Welcome to Traveler. To give you guys a reminder on these characters we made a year ago. Thad, you are the scion of someone pretty high up in the Imperium Navy, I believe. Or was it Army? I don't remember.
It was the Navy. Yep.
Yeah.
His dad's like super admiral or something.
Yeah, in the Imperium. And, you followed in his footsteps, except not really. You went to the Army instead of the Navy. You did pretty well for
I
yourself.
thought I was naval troops first, like the Marines.
Yeah. You were Army, then you went to Marines after you left the Army.
Oh yeah, true.
So you spent a good portion of your 20s and doing Marine stuff, and you did pretty well for yourself, all things considered. Then a battle no one ever talks about happened, and you were in which you were blamed and you were kicked out, even though your commander was the one who
Fucked up.
uh yeah, was in the wrong. After that, you packed your shit, went straight to the Marines, and you're not gonna believe what happened next. Second
Dad is
battle,
noticing a pattern.
yeah, a second battle which no one ever talks about, and your commanding officer was also on the hook for. You were blamed for, and you were kicked out, and now you were contacted by a friend you made once. You were on their protection detail, and they were looking for a pilot. And considering you're fresh out of work,
My old friend, definitely not member of the deep state.
yeah, your old friend Miss P. Meanwhile, Miss P's life story, you did pretty well for yourself in university. You went so far as to make an enemy out of a tutor you had because you just proved them wrong on something they assumed they were the foremost expert on.
They're an idiot.
Yes. And right after you left college, you decided, you know what? I'm gonna do some mercantile stuff. You did some mercantile stuff for a little bit, and you know what? You did pretty well for yourself. You bent a deal you made, uh, and it propelled you into a role of a diplomat. You did that for a few years until a certain conspiracy of nobles recruited you.
Deep state.
Yes, the deep state, and
I had literally two choices: join or die.
yeah, and
And you should have died.
you picked the choice that you best suited for to your own survival, and in doing so, uh, you've gotten some benefits like the ship you're going to pick up. Granted, you don't know how to drive a ship, so you had to call in an old favor of yours.
Called Thad.
Yeah, an old friend of yours, someone who was once your bodyguard.
You know how to drive a ship? I was in the Navy.
All right, and maybe the ship was a parting gift. Maybe you have that ship now, and you just kind of want to get away from them. And the galaxy's a big place. What better way than become an adventurer who doesn't have a home or some such? I don't know.
With her multiple money accounts.
Yeah, maybe you want to hide. Maybe the nobility will try to rope you into doing something else. Who knows? But anyway, welcome to Flammarian Highport. Miss P, you got a free ship. Somehow. We don't talk about the circumstance that led you to get it. Only problem is, you have to pick it up.
Shit.
That's why you've arrived to the Flammarian Highport. It's, in the Bowman sector of the galaxy. That doesn't really matter all too much, other than it's where you are. And you are going to meet a contact by the name of... Let me find his name real quick. You are going to meet a Mr. Anders Kasari of the Imperial Scout Service Office. As far as you know, Thad is somewhere on the space station already.
Thank God.
You just kind of have to find him and get going to your meeting. Flammarian Highport it has a feel of a boomtown. It's a pretty big major trading port, so a lot of people, a lot of culture kind of congregate inside the space station. It has everything a general town would have. It has bars, there's prize fighting arenas, recreational facilities.
The
Thad
fuck
sent you
you
a
mean that has
location
prize
pin
fighting?
and nothing else.
Awesome.
He's not good at this.
So where is Thad?
Probably in a bar. His life sucks. He's probably in a bar.
Uh, SP, the location pin has sent you to a bar. It is very loud in there.
I am lost.
Walking in, you don't see Thad immediately, but uh, are you leaned over the counter, just head in your hands?
Oh yeah, no, he is absolutely fucked up. Like,
You see Thad face down on the bar counter. There's a few glasses near him, but it doesn't look like he's like not enough to. It's like, oh, this man's gone from the world.
I want to go back to the box.
It's more
Box
like
sucks.
he's had a glass that he hasn't even finished yet. He's just kind of.
The box does not judge. It just hates.
What are you talking about? And then she's just gonna take the drink and just slide it over
that's
away
fine.
from him. No. What's the box?
The box. It doesn't judge. It just hates.
She's looking into the camera like it's The Office. Okay. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay.
I need my drink back. I need to finish it. I don't waste anything. I
What
don't have the
about
money
water?
to. I don't have the money to waste that.
I know there's not a lot of things in space
Give me
to
my drink.
hit. But water?
Give me.
Oh, I can't hear.
Shock
Give
roll.
me my
So-
drink.
I think you have horrible coping skills.
I do.
Oh.
One of the things money couldn't buy me. No, I don't even have that.
Do you need to talk to someone?
Yes, but I can't afford therapy, so
Do you need me to pay for therapy?
let's just go on our adventure.
Okay.
Bust a party is formed. We're gonna have a great space cowboy adventure, aren't we? Alright, you pick up Thad from the bar. He finishes off his drink. Dude can take his liquor, thankfully.
Go, go, go. I have depression.
Alright, no more distractions. Let's head over to the Imperial Scout Service office. So, Thad, you know the Scouts. They're kind of like the third branch of the military, but they're not really... Third or fourth. They're up there. They're not really military minded. They're more about serving new worlds, and that's the majority of where their ships come from. They're meant to be like they're like the equivalent of like a world hoppers. They go to worlds, they survey them, they send the data back and mark it down. It's a very focused branch of the Imperium. They're the ones that
They're
go explore things for fun. Occasionally,
They're
they
assholes.
hand out
They
their
would make
ships.
us. They would make us go ahead of them, and then they would go shoot operator boy shoot, and then they would throw bullets at us.
It's more like they would go somewhere. It's like, oh, that's kind of dangerous. Then they'd send you guys in. They're the people who find stuff. You're the people who fight said stuff. But, you arrive to the office of Mr. Kasari. You're bundled into a pretty fancy office. You see military commendations on the wall. And you walk in, his secretary waves you in. He's there kind of shuffling through some papers. Ah, you must be, Hel P, am I correct?
Yes.
Alright, is it alright if I call you Miss P?
Yes, it's fine.
Alright, and I assume this is your pilot for your vessel?
Indeed, it is.
And you see him kind of squint at Thad. Thad, get just roll social 2d6.
8.
8. Are you the? No, it's funny. I could have sworn that one of the Navy admirals had a son named Thad.
No relation.
No relation? Hmm. Yeah, better not. I heard that one's trouble anyway. He goes back to flipping through his papers.
Yep.
Alright. You are here for one scout ship. Alright, and you kind of see him pull up a computer and kind of it's very car salesman-ish. You see like schematics pop up, and I can show you some things. Boop, boop. I will send them in the VC chat. This is the ship you will be acquiring. The ship will be yours for a temporary lease. All that means is that in all
What?
on paper it is ours, but you manage it, you run it.
But
We
it's
just
mine.
pay for repairs every year. That's it.
I thought
Occasionally, we might say, "Hey, you're the only scout ship in the area. We need you to check something out." But otherwise,
it's mine.
yes, it's yours. It's like we handle the insurance and repairs. It's yours. Otherwise,
Pretty good deal.
All right.
it is. Thad, you know that the scouts they hold onto their ships as much as they can. Like the fact of the matter is, Miss P must have some pretty good connections to get a scout ship when they're not like a retired scout or have no relation to scout.
Viciously good connection.
Suspiciously good. She must
That
be
that doesn't
very
care anymore.
famous.
Thad not thinking too hard about her name being Hel P.
Right. This was originally built in 892. This is the scout ship codenamed S001642-C. It has seen service with all three major branches of the scout service. And it has suffered damage before, but we have rebuilt it to quality standards each time. You see him flip through some papers. At some point, the ship was named High and Dry. We didn't decide that, but it has someone
No.
painted it on, and it has been stuck there
No.
since.
We're gonna. I can take that off. Yes, I own it.
Yeah, so you can change its name if you wish, but as of now, we will call it the High and Dry in purposes of getting all of our paperwork signed off.
Never for the low and wet.
No, I was going to suggest you name it to boost your spirits. I've decided that's a bad idea.
He looks at you with the most dead-eye stare.
Oh god!
You did this?
No, she didn't!
From what I'm reading of the schematics, the ship is well loved. It's been, the last 92 years of its service life has been relatively tame. Look through some more papers.
Why did you join the deep state?
She literally maybe met the dude who did this to you on a few occasions and then went home and cried. Like, do you not see the anagram of her name?
Anyway,
Does this mean nothing to you?
you were the pilot, yes?
Yeah.
There are some quirks we need to tell you before the ship is given over to you formally. All the system works within normal tolerances, although this does not preclude the fact that it has some characteristics. It's a little slow when trying to when you try to turn to port. The air scrubbers are inefficient, but they are functional. And he squints at a footnote. The galley sink is prone to backing up. But
Not the worst ship I've been on.
yeah, it'll get you to where you need to go safely. We will pay for an annual refit. Over over the course of the end of every year or whatever period we decide. Uh, yeah, that's about it. There is one more catch, however.
What is with all the
Okay.
catches? Why did I get a ship that has catches?
The deep state never makes things free.
Look,
I
I'm
don't think he
just
knows this information about me.
He does. This
he
is me.
doesn't. Yeah, that's out of character.
He's just depressed.
You have to go pick it up from where it is currently.
Okay.
It's not on the station.
Why wasn't I told this beforehand?
Why isn't it on the station?
You see him shrug and just kind of
That,
with the sigh of a man who's in a position where he's kind of stuck in. He says bureaucracy.
that's fair. Well,
Anyway, it was reported recently by the previous crew that the good ship High and Dry suffered a serious failure in its control electronics.
oh.
At which point it was parked on the planet known as Wellston. Uh, After which they flew back using another vessel to another starport. Uh, in which case, we looked at the record of the ship and we found out they were committing a little bit of fraud in terms of the vessel.
Just a little bit?
Thad, as soon as he says this, you know what he's talking about.
Oh, shit.
This is like, so the way refits work is that they give you the money and you're, like, you handle getting the ship up to, scout standards.
Mm-hmm.
What these people did is that they pocketed the money and,
Never brought the ship up.
yeah, they
Scout
never brought the
standard?
ship up. They pocketed the money. If they did get provided parts, they sold those and paid someone to install aftermarket parts.
Lord save me from incompetent.
It's a classic. It's a classic scam that never usually works out for the crew, but you know, money makes fools of us all.
Yep. Alright. That's nothing I haven't seen before.
Yep. It was found that previous crew seriously neglected the vessel. More than usual abuse that these things tend to accumulate. Anyway, don't worry. Scout Services will provide. We will give you tickets for a ride over to Walston, and we're also providing some parts and a new system OS. Because judging from the ship wreckage, the ship's in pretty rough shape, but a lot of it's plug and play. You don't have to. It might take you a bit to get up and running, but get the jump drive working, get the control drives working, get it back to a scout station. We'll finish the respec. We'll get it up to code. It'll be all yours and from then on. Does that sound okay with you two?
Yep.
It might be a bit more effort than you were expecting, but this is a scout ship, and you know we have a lot of people who this ship can go to if you don't want this one. However, you will not get a second offer.
She is biting the inside of her cheeks. All right.
Honestly, a good deal, P.
I understand.
All right. After like an hour, there's a lot of signing of paperwork. There's a lot of just in general like bureaucratic nonsense. You're Thad, you're handed over to the ship records to peruse at your own perusal. You even get the ship blueprint. All stock standard stuff. Right. And as you sign off all the paperwork, he hands you 2 tickets. All right, this is for middle passage to Walston. You're gonna be hopping on a cargo ship that's going to leave called the type A2 Far Trader, the Autumn Gold. It's under Captain Michelle Corelli. It's not traveling straight to Walston, but you're gonna have one stop, go to Walston, and they'll continue on their way after dropping you 2 off. And he cuts you both a
Solid.
check for about 1,000 credits each. This is for any incidental expenses. Fuel, food, life support, on and on.
Money, money, money.
Once you bring the
Ain't it
vessel
funny?
back,
In a rich man's world.
we'll give you another 1,000 credits for expenses during the week while we retrofit the ship, and then you'll be all set.
Where are my
All in
credits?
all,
It is working much slower.
not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Do you mind updating my credits because it's working a lot slower? Like I'm gonna have to turn on.
Hardware
Wow,
acceleration.
I have 81,000 cash.
You know how much Thad has?
2.
11,000.
Yeah, let's go.
I chose the combat armor.
All
I
right.
chose good stuff too.
Yeah, I gave you some basic stuff, and I didn't even make you guys pay for it. Aren't I nice? All right. The ship's in the port. We already loaded the 3 cases of electronics and tools you're gonna need to repair the ship onto that. And he kind of holds a USB stick in his hand, or a space USB stick. I don't know what the fuck they use. And this is the new software package for your ship. Which one of you wants to hold on to this? And he kind of...
I mean, I'm flying it, right?
Yeah.
I need to learn about it, but I'll just peruse it.
All right.
Alright.
Yep. Once you're done with it, just hand it over to me and we'll...
What? No. Please explain it to me.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, well, how much
basically
do I
just
know about it?
Yeah, it's... This is just like the system OS. Like, it's like Windows. It's... Because, as far as you know, the ship OS currently is keyed into the old crew. You would need to wipe that, install this, and, like, do, like, first-time setup.
Interesting.
It's pretty
Well-
painless, all things considered. You just need a... Again, this will take you time.
I show her how to do it.
Yeah. A lot of these repairs are as plug and play as you can get it. Like, this is enough to get the ship functional. Anyway. Mr. Corelli hands you... Not Corelli. I forget his name already. He hands you a pair of ceremonial keys. Alright.
Yay.
Your ship will leave later today. I would recommend going there and getting yourself acquainted with the autumn gold. But otherwise, it's been a pleasure.
I'm...
To you as well.
And you're waved out. Both of you get a ping on your phones. 1,000 credits has been added to your account for any incidental expenses. And you walk off to the port.
Off we go on our space adventure.
Yep. This is your first steps towards finally exploring the galaxy.
Isn't this fun? It's getting out there, it's doing something. She's trying to make this man not commit.
I guess.
I can't
Honestly.
hear.
Hello.
Yeah, I guess. I'd rather still be in the Hell Jumpers, but that's not really an option anymore.
Well, maybe one day you'll get back into the Hell Jumpers.
Oh no, they were quite specific.
Files and paperwork filed.
They were quite specific. I am never allowed back in another branch of the military. Being framed for 2 massive military operations failures will do that.
All right. Hel P has decided to help thee. Noted in the background.
By the time you finish up this exhilarating conversation, you make it to the
Brian-
port, and
Brian, you know what this is?
What?
Geez, Ichiban, I'm Kiryu in Infinite Wealth when he joins.
Yeah. It takes you a bit, but you look up the ship registry, you find out what spot it's parked in, you go over, and you see who can you only assume is Captain Michelle Corelli. She's kind of directing, like, crates to certain places, she's getting stuff loaded. She has a very librarian look to her. Like, her hair is in a bun, simple hair stick. She's
It
dressed,
hurts.
like, pretty, all things considered, pretty modestly for space travel.
It hurts.
But, as you approach, you see her turn around, and the only real indication that, like, she's been in the business for a while is, like, a single eye patch over, her left eye. Like, yes, can I help you too?
We're apparently supposed to report here for transit to our next location.
Oh, yeah, so you must be our two travelers we picked up.
I
My name's Captain Michelle Corelli. It's nice to meet you. And she kind of holds out her hand for a handshake towards, let's just say Miss P first.
Yes, of course. Nice to meet you as well.
This lady has a grip on her. Like, you were not expecting this. Alright, nice to meet you, Miss
She
P. And
she
you?
doesn't expect it, but she accepts it.
Thad reaches out for the handshake.
Uh, this is this is a handshake of a person, like, who has been in the business for a while, and who could probably flip you over her shoulder if she felt like it.
Good. I would enjoy the challenge. Maybe I
What?
will feel a reason to live.
All right. Welcome. I welcome aboard to the Autumn Gold. It's gonna take us probably mm, a couple weeks to make it to the planet of Walston. We have one basic stop off or resupply at the nameless planet. It doesn't really have a name, unfortunately. We just call it that. For a quick refill, we'll stay there for the night. We'll back into Jump, then we'll drop you off at Walston. In which case, you will be under the care of our dual medical officer and steward. She kind of waves over this nervous-looking young man. This is Jim. He's a recent hire, but if you need anything, come to him and he will provide.
I don't like gyms.
The
You
fuck
see him
does
kind
that
of.
mean?
You see, like, the he's 18. I'm just gonna say you see, like, his face kind of fall. It's like, oh well,
Jesus, P, what the fuck?
I'll endeavor to give you two a comfortable ride as much as I can.
Oh no, you'll be fine. I just have some incidents with other people named Jim. You're too young to be any real threat.
Like his neck like cracks when he turns. Like what the fuck, P?
Uh, Thad, you notice one specific thing. This kid's a medical officer on the ship.
Good. The bone saw.
All right.
Well, saw bones.
All right. Let's see. You
Do you
two
have
will be
another
sharing a
name,
room if
Jimmy?
that's all
Can I
right.
call you Jimmy?
Yeah. So you can call me Jim. Here.
All right, Jimmy.
He kind of he salutes to his captain and he walks into the ship, kind of motioning for you to follow.
All right.
Right. This is your pretty standard cruise ship. It has all the amenities. It's not gonna be an uncomfortable passage, but it's not gonna be a comfortable one. I hope that's all right.
Mm.
I've seen worse.
It we're more on function than a luxury, unfortunately.
All good ships should be.
Yep. He kind of shows you off to the passenger area. It's on like the second floor of the ship. You two will be sharing a room. That's all right. We had to pull out a bunk bed from the storage we keep on the starport. We don't usually carry passengers. This is very
Works for me.
Strange. Different.
yeah, last minute for us. We usually deal in
Mm.
cargo, but if the scouts, having a scout contract is a very valuable thing, and the scouts say something, then we don't want to lose the contract. So
That's pretty lucrative.
yep.
Well, we
We'll
won't be in any trouble.
yep. We will be on warp for a week. We'll be in warp for a week. At which point we'll land on planet. You kind of see him squint as he tries to remember the name. Planet 567-908, I believe. And we'll be on our way.
Hmm.
The Skringus. Got
All
it.
right. And we'll be lifting off at the end of the night, and we'll be on our way. If you need me for anything, I can usually be found in a medical office. Feel free to walk around. Just try not to get in the way of anybody. Stay out of the bridge, but you're free to wander around otherwise. Just also don't mess with the cargo, but I shouldn't have to say that.
Aye.
All right. He kind of shows you off to. He continues the tour, like past your rooms. This is the ship's computer. You can use it to look up on any planet on the database if you wish. You can look up information as long as you have its name. So, for example, if I type in Walston and you see him like type it in, and you see like folders of like socioeconomic data, like uh flora and fauna, etc., etc. Feel free to use this over the course of your stay. Thad, you hear someone calling your name from like the cargo bay.
Oh shit.
Yo, Thad, is that you? It's me, Chad from Basic.
Holy shit! I haven't seen you in years, brother.
Yeah, you like he kind of holds out his hand for like the Arnold
I have
claps.
a quick question.
Yeah.
Is it like common knowledge among the infantry that I was like thrown under the bus, or like does the entire military hate me, or just the higher ups?
I would say that space is very vast, and that you ran very far away.
Okay, good.
So like some like at most like at the high brass know your dad like and and, and they might recognize you. Thad, I haven't seen you since Basic. What up, man?
Not much. Working on contract as a scout for right now.
You got it, good. And he kind of taps his arm, and you notice like it makes like a like funking sound, like as if it's like metal.
Oh
I
shit.
I got discharged, but
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
the
bud.
yeah, I'm the chief security officer on the ship, though. I mean,
Oh, hell
it's only
yeah.
cargo, so it's pretty safe, all things considered. Yeah, I haven't seen you since Basic. We got shipped to different parts of the galaxy of the system. What happened to you?
Yeah, I had a decent time initially, and then I got fucked over by the higher brass and got out. So
Nah, ain't that just a soldier's life?
yep. But after I did my little stint in the army, I actually ended up in the Hell Jumpers for a bit. That was pretty fun.
It's pretty bold of you, like to jump from one branch to another.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they let you do it.
I felt like the challenge was worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure your dad didn't help, and he kind of nudges you like an inside joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta make sure the rest of this cargo gets on. Find me during the week, man. We'll have another catch up.
Will do.
All right, but that's about it for hopping on the Autumn Gold. Both you
Yeah,
kind of
right.
settle in. You get the familiar feeling of being slingshotted, and you are in jump for a week.
Jesus.
He spends the week drinking. He did not expect to run into somebody who knew him here.
Are you drinking with him, or are you like hiding from him over the ship?
No, no, he's drinking alone.
Miss P is not drinking alone. Miss P every so often comes and is like, so the rest of the people are playing Monopoly.
I don't want to talk about it.
Are you we don't have to.
Get out.
Monopoly. I'm really. I'm going to be stuck with you for a long time after we get the ship. Can we please
Fine, I'll
try to
go
work?
play Monopoly. Let me drown in my sorrows. I'll go play Monopoly if it gets you off my ass.
Okay, let's go play Monopoly.
Yo, Fat, I got the thimble. What do you want to be, man? We got the car, the dog.
Well, you know me. I always want to be the dog.
Hell yeah, brother. You always had that dog in you.
Oh my god. Thad continuing to try to be like the guy while he has crippling depression.
During your rising in Monopoly, I assume this is like 3 or 4 days into jump. Miss P, you get invited by the captain for a meal inside her room.
Oh boy, nothing bad could happen.
You leave Thad behind to Monopoly, and you can see him trying to like keep up like the guy attitude while around Chad.
This is good for him. I know it.
It's not. He's repressing so much right now.
Smile a day makes the pain go away, as they say.
You knock on the captain's quarters, and you hear Corelli say, "Oh, come in."
All right. What is this about?
Oh, well, I figured that since you were one of my two passengers, and it looks like Thad, and you see like on a monitor she has like some of the cameras is making friends. I figured I would chat with you. We don't see a lot of uh people like you in
You
deciding,
derogatory?
yeah, traversing the stars.
God.
Yes. I decided to leave my old post for a while.
Hmm. The Saudi diplomats don't tend to. They like to stay in one place and coast off their position, but no, I can respect someone who leaves that behind to adventure among the stars.
I started off as a merchant. It seemed inevitable that I would end up traveling once again.
Hmm. So at least you understand where we're coming from. You kind of she pours you a glass of it's not expensive wine. You've had more expensive during your years as a diplomat, but it's fancy enough, and it's more general uh general talk before at the very end. Miss P, if I can ask one more question, you don't have to answer.
Hmm.
Have you come to the stars to run away from something?
Don't most.
Hmm. And she pours you another glass, and it's like, all right, this was a pleasure. You should go check on Thad. And she points to the camera, and you see like Chad and Thad like fighting over. You can distantly hear, "Stop sending me to jail."
Oh boy, I can't wait to come in.
Me and the boys.
Miss P has a deadly fucking win rate in Monopoly. She is
Yeah.
vicious.
The deep state. You cheat. I'm kidding. I feel like Miss P does the fucking communopoly.
Yeah, Miss P comes out and is like, "Oh boy, can I help you, Chad? I would like to be on your team. I wasn't here early enough to start with you all, but let me give you some financial advice."
All right. After 3 more days of this menial, trying to entertain yourself.
Miss P knocking on the door. Thad, we have things to do. Thad screaming.
Dad, I brought some information on the plane we're going to. Do you want to read it with me?
You're coming to the play, right? I already agreed for you.
Well, the light burns, for I have never been worthy to bask in its breath. He's like sobbing in the corner.
All right. Uh, you hear like a message on your com. All right, everyone, brace. We're coming out of warp. Hold on to
Oh.
something. And with the familiar to you, Thad, feeling of getting slammed back into place. You
Everybody
arrive
hold
on the
on to something.
yeah. Do you hold on to something, Miss P?
Miss P goes slipping back like a backflip, lands on her feet, and goes, "I saw death, and I saw life, and all in between."
He's gonna like try to catch her. Like, don't fucking do that.
All right. Roll
Please
me
don't
a.
die.
Let's see. Just roll me a dexterity. 2d6. It's just flat.
I don't have any decks.
Uh, you have dex. You don't have any modifier to it though.
Yeah. Ooh, 12. Let's go.
Like, Miss P was about to do a cool triple axle. You catch her like before she can even do one.
I dust her off. Let's not get hurt, please.
All right.
I had it handled. Right. Planet 567908. Uh, as you can see from this very fun picture of it, there's nothing here.
What?
Practically, like, the Autumn Bolt is only here to pick some stuff up and drop some stuff off.
Huh?
Like, they're just here from the night.
All right.
Jim came by at some point and kind of gave
Jimmy!
you yeah. Hey, welcome to Planet 597 or 567908. It's pretty much just a dry planet, thin atmosphere. Officially it's uninhabited, but he kind of waves his hand towards like the few disparate buildings. It's not completely uninhabited. Most of these people are just scientists, and you kind of see them point to somewhere in the distance, and you see like a pretty big like observatory dome. A lot of people who are here are mostly just scientists doing its over at that dome.
Doing
It's I mean they are doing experiments. It's more like it's a lot of nerd stuff. And I know that sounds silly coming out of me for someone who's who's a medical officer, but it's
I don't think being a medical officer makes you nerdy.
perhaps not. I haven't even gotten to college yet.
You should.
I'm planning on it. I'm just on the ship to get some experience. It makes it look good on the
Yep,
Resume?
look good on the application.
it looks good on the
Well-
application. If I have actual experience on a ship plus
What are you planning to go
Haven't seen that
into?
shit.
the medical field. I don't know if I want to stick onto a ship or become a doctor elsewhere, but I'll see where the winds take me.
Let me know how that goes for you. I can put in a good word for you.
Ooh.
You have been the only good Jim. Thank you, Jim. E.
What the fuck have you been? What other gyms have you been dealing with?
He was a diplomat on the planet of gyms.
Planet of the Gyms? No.
Yeah. It's from this old archaic ruling that, like, all the males must be named Jim. It was very awkward to be a diplomat there.
The Planet of the Thousand Gyms.
As we are only stopping over today, well, I hear they run a bar out of the canteen if that's your speed, but otherwise, we don't really have to do anything unless you feel like exploring the dome. I will say it's like an hour-long ATV ride to get there, though. 3 kilometers away.
I just want my stuff.
Oh, you're what?
Fair enough. Feel free to stay on the ship then, as we start loading up fuel and cargo.
That's gonna help out.
If that's gonna help out, you just wanna...
They were nice to us. I will be helpful.
Alright, Thad, you start helping out, and you kind of spend a day there. You get a few drinks with, like, the cargo crew after done. They're all nice people. There's a few, wolf guys, there's a lion dude. Chad's there, but, he's more security officer, so... But everyone helps out on the ship. But, it's time to move on to Walston. And back into Jump. It takes you guys another week. More Monopoly is played, more tables are flipped. At one point, Thad picks up a black eye that he's not going to talk about.
No.
You're going
Dad,
with the
no.
It was a very intense game of Monopoly.
They should have played better. I will not apologize for being good.
At one point, like, Jim kind of knocks on your door. Like, hey, I printed out some data on the Walston if you wanted any.
Oh,
Oh,
of course,
thanks, man.
Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy.
He kind of flips through. He has a few packets. A lot of it's pretty dense, and you probably don't need most of it. But we have general info, economic data, military, social, political, flora and fauna. Anything sound interesting so far?
Political info.
Political info. All right. He hands you the packet, and he leaves the rest. You give it a quick read through. Walston, it's a pretty big planet, but it's only about, it's mostly water. I can only describe it as Pangea-esque.
Ah,
There's one big continent, and it's water on both ends.
it sounds like a terrible situation for everyone involved.
It's home to about 3,000 individuals, so not a whole lot. Approximately 90% whom are Varger. They are the wolf people.
All
And
right.
you see like a throwaway note that they're considered second-class citizens.
Ooh.
Squints? What?
Oh, guess I'm starting the communist revolution.
The ruling elite of the world, it's a hereditary dictatorship, are humans who claim ancestry all the way back to the early settlement of the region.
Oh,
Yeah. The only inhabited
no.
region of the planet is something called Settlement Island, of which they have about 3 major towns, about 300, 600 people each. In addition
Hmm.
to there's a few small hamlets here and there, and the main town is called Central, in which central government. It's not very. Uh,
Not
you,
very original.
yeah, it's a very big planet with not a lot of people. Cut them some slack.
No, I won't.
As far as you are aware, just reading through, you see a note that uh, while it's true that the Varg are subject to more laws and regulations than their human neighbors, the fact of the matter is, it's concluded that they're not unduly oppressed. Uh,
Oh. So they are second-class citizens, but they are not unduly oppressed.
yes.
I have a lot of questions.
Everyone squints at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, the the planetary ruler, and you're not gonna believe what his name is, Dictator Masterton,
Huh.
Whew.
is currently
That's a
involved
name.
in
That's a terrible fake
negotiations with
name.
imperial corporations because they see Wilson as a very good mining planet. Although he's kind of, you see a note that he's like stonewalling it uh for to the support of no one, but dictator. That's about it for political data.
All right. Terrible. Everything's terrible. Oh. They aren't unduly suppressed. They are second class citizens. It is a dictatorship. Awesome. Fantastic. I will totally trust they aren't unduly. I'll totally trust that. They're totally treated like normal people.
All right. The day of the arrival has come. You have arrived to Walston. You hear over the PA that hold on to something, coming out a jump. This time you keep feet planted firmly on the ground, but you have arrived to Walston, and Jim kind of comes by. As soon as you land, it's like, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed your stay in the Autumn Gold. Uh, you see Chad kind of pat Fat on, like, give like Fat a hug before going back onto the ship. For supervising, and the captain comes up, thanks you both for. She hopes that both of you had a pleasant stay. And, you can kind of see that she's kind of visibly kind of rushing people to like work faster.
Are you
Uh,
okay?
Jim kind of comes by. All right. Here's your stop. I hope you two enjoyed your stay.
That was
We're only
fun.
making Planetfall for a few hours before we're off again. But he kind of hands you like a name for a hotel. This is where most off-worlders stay on this planet. The customs is
Jimmy,
over there. Uh,
do you usually have to leave as fast as you are leaving right now?
uh, sometimes. Uh, Here, roll me. Since you were a merchant, you kind of know what they're up to. I'll say.
Yeah.
Um, the ship is on a charter, which for a reasonable time given distance, they will be paid. They will be paid. So, what the general idea is, the faster you get through like the terms of the charter, like getting the cargo loaded and unloaded,
Mm-hmm.
You'll still be paid for the rest of charter, but you'll be free to do other activities.
Okay.
Oh, solid.
Yeah, so what they're burning time now to make more cash later.
All right.
Like, in exchange you kind of like you get a grumpier crew, but more money goes all around.
All right. She'll leave it be.
Yeah. Before you can ask any questions around the starport, you do have to go through customs. All right. Miss P, you get waved in. All right. Name.
Miss P.
First name, please. I need full name.
Hel.
All right. Types in on console. Hel P. Duration of stay.
Thad, how long are we staying?
Until we get our ship.
Until we get our ship.
All right. I will put down. An indefinite for now. Uh, it's just more bureaucratic nonsense. He waves you through. He waves Fad through. It's like, all right. We will have need you to leave your weapons and armor at the station. However, we do have lockers you can pay for if you do not have anywhere else to store it.
Okay. Do I have weapons on me?
You have a
Do
stun
I?
gun.
Does that count as a weapon?
It counts as a weapon.
That counts as a defense. She's gonna make an argument for defense.
All right. Give me a diplomat roll. Let me see if you can talk your way through.
Why
This
do they
is-
need my armor?
They don't want. I don't know. It's just that's kind of just the law level of the planet. It's high enough to be like we don't want people with weapons and high tech armor walking around. This is just we're not expecting anything. So just keep it locked up.
All right. A diplomat roll.
Yeah.
God. Thank God I got a 2 in this. Whatever that is.
Hey, you see like the customs agent kind of squint, but it's like, it's just a stunner, and they let you keep it and they wave you through. You have to hand over your assault rifle, though, Fad.
My self-defense AK.
he gives you a look.
I give him a look. And then I very aggressively just unload it. Slap it
God.
down.
All right, you see him
Not
sticking in a
lose.
locker. He hands you like the locker key. All right,
Not with my gun.
and welcome to the starport on this planet. You can see it's kind of like a small starport. There's only like a few spots that that they have for ships to land. One thing you immediately notice is there is no high and dry here, where you
Already off, I
assume
wanna
the
leave.
ship would be, as this is the only place. This is the only starport planet side.
Already awful. I want to leave.
Okay. Where is my ship?
Are you
I
gonna
want
start?
my ship.
Are you gonna start asking around?
Yeah.
All right. You kind of flag down like It looks like there's a Vargar worker kind of working on a clipboard like on one of the runways. It's like, oh, hey, can I help you?
I seem to be looking for a very specific ship. It is green. I recently came to acquire it. However, the situation is I have to pick up the ship before I can technically have legal ownership of it. It's called the High and Dry. It's
High and dry, high and dry.
looks a bit like an arrow tip.
Uh, gosh,
Very green.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We only get like maybe a ship every day or like one ship every day or two, and we don't really. You might want to talk to my boss though. He might know more. And you see him point to like a human that's kind of uh working on something on a clipboard closer to customs building. You might remember.
Right.
Sorry, miss, I couldn't help you more.
Is this for realsies?
Yeah, this is for realsies. He's very apologetic.
Okay. Well, I don't know why I've started using for realsies. I don't know. And then we continue onwards. We go interview the next guy.
All right. It's like, oh, hi, I'm Jim. Can I help you?
I
And
recently
this-
acquired a ship. I am here to pick it up. It is green in the shape of an arrow called the High and Dry. Number 0 S001642-C.
He kind of runs it. You see it like run it through like his little data slot. Oh yeah, I see something there. Showed up a couple months ago. Uh, we do register a stay, and it's currently recorded as in system, but you see him go like look up and stare down to like at all the landing spots. It's well, it's not here. Uh, you see him kind of scratch his head with the back of his pen. Uh, yeah, you're gonna want the Port Authority office. He kind of looks at his watch. They're closed for today, though. You gotta go back tomorrow.
Oh, time to go find a bottle to crawl into.
I cannot stress how much she looks like that one Hocus Pocus scene I'm posting right now. I cannot. This is just her right now.
Yeah. Sorry about that, miss. Star Port Authority will uh get you down, but I suggest getting a room for tonight.
Very well.
And they'll be
Jim.
open bright and early tomorrow.
All right.
Well, time to go find a bottle to crawl into.
All right. You look at the hotel that Jim gave you, and it looks like it's a. Fuck it. It's like it's a combination hotel bar. Here, I'll throw you a bone, Thad.
Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em.
And you generally see that like the place is in pretty good condition. It doesn't look like it gets a lot of foot traffic. And
He's getting shit faced.
in general, most of the buildings on this planet tend to be underground, and they only have like the top floor like sticking above the ground, kind of like a. I don't know how you describe it, but it's just a hole underground. It's a building in the ground. And you see like a Varder running the front. It's like, welcome to the Holiday Inn. You two off planet.
God, they're
Yep.
everywhere. They're everywhere. Do you know how long the history of this hotel's chain is, Thad?
Few billion years if I remember correctly.
Oh.
Hey, must be a good business.
Yeah, I'm proud to
I
say
beg
that we are one of two Varder-owned family inns on this planet. The other one's in Central,
Ugh.
run by my sister.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but yeah. Are you two off-worlders?
Yep.
Yes.
We only tend to get off-worlders these days, anyhow.
Mm.
Are you two staying for long? And you kind of see her writing down like information. And how long do you think you guys are gonna stay here for?
Hopefully nothing more than a week. 4 days if I'm lucky.
All right.
Tomorrow if I am loved.
Alrighty. And she gives you both like the guest book to sign, and you see like at the like this thing is like practically empty.
Damn.
Yeah, except like you see a few names like on the beginning of the page, where you vaguely recognize that as like it was like that name was on the service record for the High and Dry. It was the person who like signed off on all the repairs and stuff.
Mm.
All right, you're all signed in. The
Alright.
bar's downstairs. Do you two have any questions before I show you to your rooms?
No, I think we'll be good.
I think we're fine.
Alrighty. She closes the book, leads you to your rooms, and that's about it for the night. Fad, you're getting shit-faced on the bar, I assume.
Yep.
It's also run by the
Nowhere
same lady at the
more.
front desk. Like, ooh, you're really chugging those down, aren't you? Are you
Yep.
okay?
Hel P
Nope.
comes out at exactly 11 p.m. and says it is bedtime.
Mm.
She's just standing there in like full bedtime garb, but with like a face mask and definitely like some kind of like eye cream deeply set under her eyes. We go to bed now.
Do I look like a man who has a bedtime?
Yes. Bedtime.
He's staring dead at her.
You know what? Both of you roll me a social. Whoever gets the higher wins this confrontation.
Oh, God damn it, 2.
You have a 4 because you have a +2. Actually,
Yeah.
no, a 2 is just a flat fail in this game, I think.
I have a 4.
Miss
gotta
P,
roll
what'd you
social,
get? Not that
yeah.
it matters. I guess.
Roll a 1.
Once there was a way to get back.
2d6. Oh,
I
you
got a
rolled a
10.
10. Fad, you back down.
Bedtime, but now, young man, we are the same age. He is a grown-ass man. He has a beard.
He looks directly at you, looks at his drink. Fine.
Alright, I'll be right back.
But I don't wanna. Fuck.
Relationship unlocked. Go to bed now,
I am a
you depressed fuck.
You know I am a grown man, right?
I know you are a grown man, but currently you can't take care of yourself, and I don't want to deal with you hungover in the morning when I am trying to find my ship that everyone doesn't know the current place of. Understood?
I have returned.
He starts
If
crying.
you want to be drunk on our ship, I don't care.
He starts crying. Am I such a failure?
You're not a failure, you're just unlucky.
Are you still doing this in front of the bartender?
If there were
Yes.
no, we're walking back. She has her like hand on his back and they're walking back.
Alright, have a good night, you two.
Have a wonderful evening.
Do
Sorry
you have a
about
time
him.
that you needed me to wake you two up at, or are you
8 a.m.
8 a.m. on the dot? Alright.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
He'll be fine. He just needs a pick-me-up. Some more self-confidence.
I was having a pick me up, and then you told me to go to bed.
No, you have an alcoholism problem because you're trying to sustain yourself off of not being around fully. If you run away from reality too much, you will never get back to it.
I don't want to go back in reality. I
Wah,
wanna
wah,
be drunk
boo-hoo,
all day.
Womp womp, tomato tomato. We're going to bed.
Alright. Hope you go to
Eddie's
bed.
character is the fucking parent in this relationship. God.
Alright, both of you wake up at 8 p.m. to a knock on your doors. It's like, Miss P, Fad? You asked me to wake you up at 8 a.m.?
She's been up for actively 2 hours already. She's just been wandering around, so she's ready to go.
That is viciously hungover.
Yeah. And what
Alright,
did I say?
Were you wandering around outside,
don't
or are you just kind of
care.
wandering around a hotel?
Boss lady?
She's going. She has a mission to leave.
Alright,
Yep.
straight to the Port Authority. You walk into the Port Authority, and it's, there's a desk, there's a lot of computers. There's no one at the desk. There is a bell, though.
She is ringing the bell once.
You don't hear anything.
She's ringing the bell twice. 2 dings.
The building responds silently.
She's just now going ding 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 ding.
Like behind you, you hear someone walking through the door. Oh shit, someone's here. You see there's a dude with like a human with a breakfast burrito like in his mouth. You see him like, oh shit, sorry, I didn't actually. We don't usually get. You see him like,
shit.
Shit. All right, I can do that. Ship. What ship?
You give me ship.
Uh,
that
I'm looking for the
was
high and
that was
dry.
really good. I don't know why that's fucking sending me.
all right. Do you have a?
Ship
Do you have the ship
now.
code?
Yes. S001642-C, the high and dry.
All right. All right. Okay, we do have some data stored here. I do need you to sign off on an information release form, if that's all right.
Very well.
All
Give
right. He hands you a form
ship.
that is decidedly not the information release form. All right. This is the form you need to get the form to to get the information release form.
Oh, I see. We're in layered bureaucracy now. My favorite.
Why?
I love layered bureaucracy.
Why? What, ma'am?
What does this form do?
Oh, that's the form that'll get you the information release form, miss.
Why do I need a form for the form?
Well, funny enough, we don't usually get questions like this, so this is gonna be our first time doing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Dad
Well,
looks completely unfazed. This is a normal day in like the interstellar imperium.
why do I need to sign this form?
I
What does
mean,
this form do?
I mean, I don't know, miss. You're asking the wrong questions. Do you want me to go get my boss though? He might be able to help you out a bit more.
Very well.
All right. You see him like call someone up on a phone, and like maybe 10 minutes later, another person walks in. Hey, yo, my name's Jim. I heard you guys had a problem.
The fuck, not the fucking planet of the gyms.
Hello, Jim.
Ah, nice to meet you. Can I help you? I'm sorry the port forward is giving you a bit of trouble.
Can I ask how many forms I have to sign in order to get
It's
my
taking
ship?
over ship.
All right. You kind of see him flip through. All right. Let me see here. You finished up the form to get the information release form. That's good. That's good. You also signed off the information release form. You see him flip through a few more papers. All right. After that, after you get the information release form, you need to sign the ship information release form. At which case,
There is a look in her eyes that could kill.
you need to prove that you are the owners of the ship.
I have that proof.
All right. All told, this takes you like all fucking day.
Ah, I miss interstellar bureaucracy.
All right.
She sends Thad out on multiple occasions to get food.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You keep bringing back food. All right, here you go. Here's the information we currently have on the ship High and Dry. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. He hands you kind of a list of like general observations. All right. From what you understand, from what you're reading through, the ship was in dilapidated condition when it came through, but it seemed flyable enough. In any case, from what you were seeing at the records, it came and went through a couple months, over a period of a couple months, but it has not left the planet in a while.
No, it wouldn't have.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Thad, you picked up some information while you're out about getting food. From what you understand, Thad, the crew were in general just not very pleasant people. Like they left litter everywhere, and they laughed at people because apparently there's a general practice of wearing kilts on this planet, and they were not very appreciative of that.
Not the kilt hating.
Yeah,
The Scotsmen.
yeah, but and they went and left, and nobody was sorry to see him go. Uh, you notice that like there's like an entry under location with like call capital for location.
Wait, do we have to repo this thing?
Uh,
I think so.
so like, oh, I got a ping on my on my data slate. Apparently, the people in Central ever want to talk to you, if that's all right.
All right.
Who?
It is. Let me find his name. Da-da. It's a. It's like a note from the Minister of Off-World Affairs, Relations,
Oh my god.
and Fisheries.
Ah!
Hell yeah, Department of Fish and Game. I love these guys.
No, it's gonna be a miserable time.
All right.
Hello,
I just want
Department
my
of Fish and
ship.
Game.
I
What
just want to
what
take my ship. I just want my ship.
Again, standard Imperium like
Oh my god.
bureaucracy.
Like,
I'm
this is
going
a
to
small
haunt
planet.
them.
This is probably the first time they had to go through the system.
Oh my god.
The Imperium bureaucracy is not streamlined on the best of days.
He kind of sends you an email. It's like, it's very like stock standard. Hi, welcome to Walston. As we cannot release information about this ship uh over the communications net, you will have to come meet me in person. We will reimburse you for cost of travel, accommodation, and a full explanation over dinner.
I mean, that's
Very
fair
well.
enough.
Thad, be prepared to get into a fight, just in case. She says this when no one else is around.
He looks manically happy about this. He's been wanting to kill something all day.
All
Oh,
right.
Thad.
You head back to the Holiday Inn. uh, from what you understand, the main way people get around this planet, aside from, just driving a personal vehicle, is the train. They have one train.
Okay.
I like trains.
It's gonna show up at 10. It's gonna leave at 10 at 10:10.
Okay.
You have tickets. You just have to get on it. It'll probably take you like a good until the afternoon to get to Central.
This is fine.
All right, welcome back, dears. I hope you two had a productive day.
No. No. Thank
Yeah, it
you
was
for
mostly
your
productive.
joy. Ugh.
Not a problem.
I mean, standard Imperium, bureaucracy.
Oh,
What can you do?
all right. Do you two have a time you need to get up at?
8.
All right, 8 o'clock again. Have a nice rest of your night.
Back to crawling into the bottle. Do 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 do
11 p.m. sharp, or else.
do do do.
You are
you're-
still cowed from yesterday.
do do do. You're not my mom. Do, do, do,
11 p.m. sharp,
do,
she
do,
will
do what I
arrive.
want.
That has 2 minutes to get up from that bar before there's a woman behind him staring menacingly.
Do do do. You're not my mom. Do do do. Can't tell me what to do.
He says this at 11 o'clock, walking to his room. You're not my mom. You can't tell me what to do. Speed walking to his room at 10:59, 30 seconds.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a fucking mess. I can already tell. Oh, this is gonna be great.
All right. 8 o'clock the next day. Both of you are awake. Both of you get some food in your belly as you're checking out. All right. I hope you two had a pleasant stay. Where are you two heading off to next?
Some place for a meeting and dinner and probably more political mess. I hope you have a wonderful day. She leaves her a tip and she's like, I hope you have a wonderful day and week and year and life.
Well, it's Walston, so it's
You can always
comfortable,
escape.
but not very
You don't have to be here.
exciting. Anyway, it sounds like you're heading to Central. My sister has a Holiday Inn there.
Really?
Yeah, so feel free to stay there.
Do you need me to give her a message for you?
Y-
Just tell her hi.
I mean, I'd like some news about that niece of mine, but I'm not really hurting for anything.
All right. I'll ask after your niece.
Thad pulls out his flask for the day.
Do you have any complimentary breakfast here before we leave?
We do. We have the standard array. We have eggs, fruit. A lot of the fruit you don't recognize. We have some
Very good.
it's just like it looks like this blue crab thing.
Fuck it, we ball. We eat.
Do you're not my mom. Do can't tell me what to do.
You see like this mysterious, like, you can only call it like, it's like a tail like meat.
Huh.
But all told, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You notice the time. It's 10:09, and I was like, you look out a window, you see a train
What?
slowly.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm
How would it be
joking.
10? Huh?
You stayed at the train station, 9:50. You see the train pull in, and before you can even get on, it starts rolling off again.
We're running. We're going.
We're running. Okay.
Sprint.
Thad, roll. Both of you roll me an endurance check.
Thank God I have endurance. Oh, thank God.
All right.
11.
You run onto the train. An 11. And you both run onto the train. Like, you do this very dramatic jump. Like, you land on all your stuff in hand. I assume Thad is just holding their hover crates. So you're just kind of dragging them along. You throw each of them on for jumping on. And all told, it's very dramatic. And as soon as you do, the train slowly slides to a stop.
Huh.
Oh,
Whatever. We're on it. I don't care.
you see like a head poke out. Oh, you two are off-worlds. Usually you yell out that you want to get on a train. We don't really have a lot of people who use the trains around here. I guess it's a local thing, only people would know.
I enjoy the run.
I don't.
You are weak.
Fair enough, the
Jeez.
train starts going again.
I'm an alcoholic and I can run faster than you. You're not
That
my
is-
mom. Can't tell me what to do.
That is just putting up points in Hel P shit list.
Hey, you two are going to be stuck on a small ship with each other for the next however long we play Traveler.
Day drinking. You're not my mom. Can't tell me what to do.
Welcome.
He seems happier than he was
Central.
before,
This
but
is
also I
like-
sort of want to electrocute him.
Yeah, this is the rail hub for the island. The message you get from the minister is saying, "All right, meet me in the palace." Well, you hop off the train, make it to the palace. It's rather grandly named for something that doesn't look that grand.
It's a cube, isn't it?
Yeah, this is very much like this is like a small planet. This is where the boss lives to feel important and not really anything else.
All right.
Well, okay then.
All right, you walk into the government building. You make it to like the little lobby they have. You see like, please take a ticket.
She takes the ticket.
All right, that's pretty good. You're number 40. You look up to
What
the
number are we on?
It's on 5.
Hell yeah, bureaucracy. Dad pulls out his hip flask.
All right, you wait an hour. All right, number 39. This is yours. Number 40.
Oh yeah.
You wait patiently.
Yep.
The ticker ticks number 41.
Okay, I have questions. I'm making a stand.
All right, you walk up to the counter. You see, like, this is like, it looks like nobody. It looks like nobody's like there. Like
Ding 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 ding.
You hear someone like you hear like a small like curse from like the hallway. It's like you see someone come in. It's like, oh, it's another Varger. How long have you been here?
4 hours.
Oh, I'm so
What's
sorry.
a 40 for me?
You see, like the Varger's kind of dressed up in like fisher gear, and like you see him like run into like a back office and like come out like in a standard like 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 office working attire. Sorry, it's usually we weren't expecting anyone today.
Are you telling me all of the other numbers were fake?
What numbers? You see her like look towards like the ticker. Oh crap. You see her like turn it off and you see her turn on another sign. Please call this number for assistance.
It must be nice to live such a slow, easy life.
Well, it's comfortable. Were you here to see
Comfortable.
someone today?
Yes.
All
I
right.
give
She
over the
flips through a
name of
book.
the
Ah, you're
person.
here to see you're here to see Minister Greener.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She kind of waves you into another office, and it's a very sparse desk. It looks like the desk of someone who like who's here to work, but it looks like they have a second job.
All right.
A bit later, you see like Minister Greener walking with like, and he kind of leans a fishing pole like across his wall. It's like, all right, are you two Miss P and Thad?
We are indeed.
Correct.
All right, sorry about this. Usually I'm out with the boys on the ship.
Mm.
Fishing.
Oh, good.
Speaking of ships, my ship?
Oh yes, you see him like pull out like clipboard. Do you have the ship code?
She takes out a piece of paper for the third time. S001642-C. A green ship with an arrow tip shape.
Ah, you see him like snap his fingers. The high and dry.
Yes, the high and dry.
Am I to understand that you two are its new crew?
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Hmm. All right. All I can tell you what the situation is around it. Quite frankly, the crew were a bunch of troublemakers. We
Mm-hmm.
were happy to see him go.
I am aware.
As far as we know, they went back. Uh, they departed the planet before any of us knew. Before any of us could even tell them to stop. But there is a catch with the ship, however. I do know its location. However, we gave a job to the ship that they did not finish, and we kind of considered a high and dry collateral in terms of that deal.
Do
It's
you
a
need
simple
me to arrest them?
that'd help,
I can
but
arrest them. You can use them to whatever devices you like once you have your hands on them.
right, but
He's ignoring that one. Okay.
you can tell he kind of wants to let you know like what the like he cares less about the ship and more like whatever tasks that the government paid for to be finished. All right. So we asked them to make use of the Scouts' planetary survey equipment and a bunch of seismic charges, which we gave them, to carry out a geological survey on. He kind of points out a window towards like a massive volcano.
Hmm.
That volcano on the planet. The task is not complex, but we paid them for it, and they went off without finishing the job. Believe it or not.
I can believe it.
And I was hoping I could ask two of you to pick up where they left off, so to say. I
Am
mean, we
I
are
being
willing to pay you.
reimbursed for this?
Yeah, we are
All
willing to
right.
pay you 3,000 credits. Normally, we'd offer you more, but we already paid some to the previous crew and they ran off. And
Hmm. Thad, how much money do you currently have?
11,000.
Would you like 2,500 credits?
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
All right.
All right, you'll
We'll
take the
do
job?
it. We'll do the job.
Yay. I mean, I couldn't stop you guys from just taking the ship and leaving anyway, but you two seem like the honorable sort, and I hope you two will uh, hold up your end of the bargain.
And it's just a simple geological survey.
Yes, it's a simple job. You set up some of these ecological charges around the ship, around the volcano. You set them off. We get some data. Recently, the volcano has been twitching. We call it Mount Salbari. We thought it was extinct for a millennia, but recently it's been causing tremors and the sort. A geologist a year back took a look, and I say a look, and he said that it was 99% certain that the mound was just kind of doing mound things, that it wasn't an issue, but there's always that
No.
1%, and we want a more detailed survey.
All right, very well.
So, we chartered her high and dry to carry out the job, and wouldn't you know it,
You got scammed.
we got scammed. But you two are here, so you two can take the job. Alright, let me tell you where your ship is, and he kind of points out the window. Towards the volcano.
So 2 things.
It's in the crater of the volcano.
And the other crew is still in it, I assume?
No, they left planet. They left the planet a while
Okay.
ago.
Can
was
I get
like,
the names of the people who worked on the ship before us?
He gives you a list of names.
Oh, thank you. I will use this later.
a surprise tool that will help us later.
Yeah.
That was like, if the other crew's in there, I'm gonna need my assault rifle back.
All
And my
right.
combat armor.
The mountain is about a day's climb, so I recommend settling in for the night and starting your climb bright and early.
All right. 6 a.m. wake up call this time.
Dad crawls slightly less deeply into the bottle.
Thad.
All right.
10.
Not
Both
my
of you
mom.
find a Holiday Inn, and you find a bar that looks exactly like the one you left behind in the last town. Oh, how are you two? My sister told me about.
Yes, your sister actually wanted to know of how her niece was doing.
Oh, she's fine. She's still being willful, as all young people tends to be. I have a feeling that she's getting a bit stir crazy on the planet. She
I'd
hasn't been home
imagine.
for a bit, but that's nothing really unusual.
How old is she?
18.
She hasn't been home for a bit? How long would you say?
Only a couple days. She was back for about an hour, yesterday, but she ran off again.
Does she look concerned or anything? That's a little worrisome, is it
No,
not?
but she picked up a pack of
She's...
supplies for her, so it's
Mm,
nothing
you're
really
not
unusual.
you're not at all concerned.
It's a small planet. There's not much she can do to get into trouble.
All right.
Alright, but both of you settle in for the night. 6 a.m. wake up call. Now there's a mound in front of you.
We
Both of
climb.
you roll me an endurance one more time.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but fuck.
What? 4.
That's a 12 for a 13.
Alright, Thad, you're doing great.
You get up on my back.
We climb as one.
Welcome to hell jumping. This is nowhere near the worst thing I've ever had to do for training.
She's probably...
What?
I see her as like a petite library type woman.
Alright, and you make it
Like
to...
spindly. A little tall, but spindly.
And you make it up to the crater. Good for you. Let me see. I do have a little description to give you. I will say, at some point during the climb, like, there was like a cloud of locusts that tried attacking you. Thad, you didn't even notice. You were straight up just running.
Oh my god, it's like that scene from The Emperor's New Grooves.
You're literally just going like hop, 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 hop.
It's the Emperor's New Groove scene where I'm like on the back. He just keeps
Bless
going.
my soul, Herc was on a roll.
No, 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 no. I need to watch that movie again. I love Meg.
Hercules is top tier.
All right.
He's just sprinting up the hill at Mach 5 with Lyra on his back.
Lyra. Oh god.
Alright, wow.
Imagine if she was Lyra. Imagine if Lyra's personality became Hel's personality.
All right.
What a
You make
dangerous
it up to the
diplomat.
lip of the volcano, and all things considered, the view from this high up is pretty impressive. Like, to the south and west of you are coastal plains falling away to open ocean. North and
Pretty.
east, you see like just more settlement island. It's not very impressive. That side isn't very impressive, to be honest.
Wow, look at those grapes.
You gotta
They're
push
very
it.
angular.
Meanwhile, in the crater, there's like a fair amount of vegetation spread out. It's like all mostly like bush and like maybe a little bit of grass here and there. There is a small lake in the center.
Is it water?
Yeah, it is water. The lake has an island. And would you believe it or not, can you guess what's on that island in the middle of the lake?
My ship.
Finally, it is the good ship High and Dry. And the closer and closer you get, the worse and worse it looks.
No! I've been scammed. I've been scammed. I've been
It
scammed
looks
again.
intact, although, like,
All I have to do is get it back and then find the people who did this to my ship before it was my ship. And then she looks at that and then she looks back, do things.
in general, it looks like it looks it looks to be intact. It is surrounded by trash, though. Like, all around it. Like, there's bits of wires, there's, like, in general, trash.
I'm going to kill them. I've decided that.
You moving?
The punishment will not be worth the crime, but it will be worth my heart. It'll feel justified.
You gotta push it, push it.
Alright, well, if you walk up to, the High and
Is
Dry...
there any way to get the island, through the water to the island? Oh, okay, we're just gonna be there.
Yeah, you're just gonna be... I'm not gonna say it's very deep. At most, like, the deepest it goes is, like, to your ankles.
Awesome.
So you can kind of just, like, walk through it. I thought I had a map to give you.
I want in my ship. It's late at night.
That's what I forgot. Hang on, as I make something real quick. Oop. I was foolish and I thought I had everything set up. There we go. The crater map. Oop. I am smart. I did have it set up. I just didn't have it in my navigation. Oop. Alright, this is your map of the general area and what you're looking at. Getting into the High and Dry isn't too hard. It looks like the reactor was powered down, and whatever batteries the ship had looks all but drained.
I don't know what to do. Thad, it's yours.
Alright, you punch in the code for the airlock. The airlock manages to open. But, Thad, the doors are not automatically opening.
Okay.
We're giving it a paint job. We're renaming it.
Oh, what the? Very ominous music just came on in my background music.
Did it?
It's like, huh? Yeah.
I
Fucking
don't have
sleeping in
music
the
playing.
cold
That's on
below.
you, bud.
No. I have a playlist,
Oh,
and like it's a mix, and I use it to discover new songs, and this fucking just came on.
Posted in VC chat.
I am.
oh, that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all.
The doors aren't hard to force open. It does take a bit of effort. Just from the general, just from your first look, this ship is a terrible mess. You can tell, whatever the previous crew did, they did not really treat it as a home. And it looks like they tried to attempt to repair, but when they couldn't, they started ripping out everything that wasn't nailed down. That looks
Oh,
like it'd be
great.
valuable.
I'm going to kill them. I'm
Like-
actually going to kill them. I'm
like-
going to sell them for parts and then get parts for my ship.
You see a bunch of empty ration packets on the ground. It looks like they're ripped open. Like every access panel is open, and components are strewn everywhere.
I will have my vengeance.
Let's see. Miss P, you do have engineering, so you can give me an engineering roll. Not engineer
right.
jump drive, just flat engineer. And you can add some. You can modify it for your education. So just click on it,
What?
engineer. Characteristic modifier, education. All right, 9. So good news. All the parts you brought up, you can get it running again. It's not gonna be
Oh,
pretty.
thank God. I don't
It's not gonna
care.
look good. Probably won't be safe for people walking past it. But it should be enough to get the high and dry to a dockyard where it can finally be brought up again.
All right.
And thankfully it looks like they left some blankets and pillows for the cabins. They didn't take those with them at the very least.
Oh, goody.
All right. Right. Bust is your first night spent in the high and dry. I assume both of you just take a cabin or just sleeping off like a mountain hike.
That's fine. He's just kind of taking a look around. He's gonna stand watch.
Yeah.
She just wants out. She just wants out of the middle of the volcano. She is not taking a break. They are in the middle of a volcano that's showing signs of activity. She will not die on her shitty ship after trying to escape the Illuminati Space Edition.
All right.
I did not come from nothing to die with nothing.
But you still have to sleep sometime. And I'll say you wake up early, but you wake up in the morning, Fad's not in the ship itself, but you see Fad outside. And you see Fad staring down this dog-like creature. Here I can put a photo of it inside VC.
Can we keep it?
This thing looks emaciated. Emaciated?
Emaciated, yep.
Yeah, from the looks of it, Fad just it's visibly growling at you, but it doesn't look like it's going to attack yet. But
I
you
will
see
feed it.
its eyes are darting to your backpack, and more specifically where you keep your ration packs.
That's fine. I'll feed it.
That is just having a stare down with it.
Yeah,
That's literally.
Fad,
I'm
you're
fine.
just
I'll feed
staring
it.
this down.
I'll feed it. I will feed it. I will feed it. It's fine. It's mine.
Fad, you know what this creature is. This is generally something like it's like a ship's dog. They call it a thresher's wolf.
I'll feed
But
it.
it looks
I'll
like
feed
this
it.
thing has
I'll
gone
do it.
feral.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll feed it.
All right, you feed it. All right,
It's
how do you
hungry.
approach it? Do
Yeah.
you like take some rations and like?
I break them up. I slowly throw them out.
You see like the thresher wolf like it looks between Thad and the food, Thad and the food. And it's like it's slowly approaching. It keeps looking back as if it's expecting Thad to like take it.
That is going to keep his hands out low to the ground, palm down.
All right, you see it like the wolf like it starts like scarfing down the food. Like this thing is eating it like fast, and like before you know it, all the food is gone. It's just looking back up at you. But it looks
That's
like
fine.
a bit friendlier.
I'm going to put my hand out, but nothing more.
Do you have some food in your hand? Are you doing like the...
I trust me. I will give as much food as possible to the doggy. It's my doggy now.
All right, you see it kind of walk up to you and like lick your palm, and it seems to have like gone out of its like feral hungry stage.
I'll give it food and water, and then I will take it inside. And now it's my new house pet, and it can never leave.
All
Not a good
right,
start.
you settle the dog in, you give it some more food, and you let it like lay down inside. You give it like a little blanket. This thing looks like it's like it was really like just
It's on its last life.
it's not on its it was getting there. Like if it
That's
was up
fine.
to you here for like maybe one more week, there probably wouldn't be a Thresher's Wolf up here anymore.
Yeah. It's my dog now. Does it have a name? Does it have a collar? Does it have any?
All right. I will say, both of you kind of after the dog, you run up and down the ship. You kind of identify like the four main things that need repair. You need to get the flight controls and navigation systems up and running. Some of the general ship electronics, the power systems, and the drive systems. Thankfully, most of these are pretty easy to do. But you need to get like the electronic system up and running first. So like you get like the life support back on, you get the lighting back on, you get the air filtration, all that jazz.
All
Uh,
right.
but that is just a let's see. Thankfully, it's not hard. It's just going to take you time.
That's fine.
Let's see. 1D plus 2. Thankfully, after 3 hours, you managed to bang through, the electronic systems coming back up. And for the first time, you have clean air in the high and dry, and lights.
Wonderful.
Meanwhile, Thad, on your watch, you see, like, someone come out of the forest and start approaching the ship.
No.
Hold.
You see him, stop.
Identify yourself.
I'm just a scavenger. Wait, is this ship yours?
Yep.
You see, like, you identify it as a her. It's a Vargar. And it looks suspiciously like the two ladies who are running the Holiday Inn. You see her take like her gas mask off and throw it on the ground and start cursing. Shit! Fuck! Damn it! This thing was off my ticket off this worthless dump of a planet. Fuck! You're attracted by the sounds of yelling. You poke your head out and like your hair's frazzled. You got like grease stains everywhere. It's like,
Ah, the daughter! Hello, girl. Your aunt
Hi.
inquired about you.
Oh, is this ship yours?
Yes, it is mine.
Fuck! This ship was my ticket off this planet. I was gonna loot and get enough to get a ticket off this dump.
Yeah,
then what
I can
were,
tell you from
and then
experience
what
that shit
you were
don't work.
going to do? What were you going to do then? Once you were off, once you had just enough money for a ticket.
Somewhere off this planet. I can't stand it here anymore.
Again, can tell you from experience doing that with no extra plan, bad plan. No do well.
At this point, I'd be happy just getting off this rock. I could care less about what happens to me afterwards.
And you weren't going to tell your mother about this?
Well, I mean, You see her kind of look sheepish. I was gonna tell her once I got the ticket.
Okay, so once she couldn't help you anymore and there was no time left. You know, if you told her anything, she might try to stop you, or she might try and support you and give you a little bit of money to help you.
I asked her once. It's like, Mom, why don't we leave? Well, dear, it's comfortable here.
Yeah,
Why would he have to
Yeah.
go?
I
Safe.
understand. But it's not about you both leaving, it's about you leaving, and perhaps that's something you should bring up to her. Not about both of you leaving, but that you want to leave. Instead of, sneaking off trying to MacGyver a ship and then failing.
I wasn't going to MacGyver a ship. I was just going to strip it for parts and try to sell it.
How much were you making?
I mean, I didn't know. I just got here.
Ah, I see.
I mean, enough for a ticket, hopefully.
Girl,
Yes.
I respect you. I believe in you. You should tell your mother.
I don't want to go back and listen. Do you need like an extra hand or something? Like she kind of
Perhaps,
gestured towards like all the
but
junk
again,
scattered on the ground.
perhaps, but again, you should tell your mother.
If I send her a message and I help out a bit, can I at least get something out of? I climbed a mountain for this. I don't want to
All
like go
right.
back down for nothing.
There's an extra 500. Was it 500?
Yeah,
Yes,
500's
because
good.
I was giving Thad. I was giving Thad most of the money from the thing. You know what, Thad? Do you need all the money from the thing?
No, you can
Or
give it to her.
okay. Well, this was a project. You'll get 3 grand from this, but you're helping us with the other thing we have to do.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you. Is your comms array on? I'll send her a message right now.
Very well. Come on the ship.
She comes into the ship and she sends her a message and she starts like, it's like, all right, boss lady, what do you need me to do first? And she does like a very overdramatic salute.
Thad,
Mm,
you're in charge.
No, I'm not.
She's good. What?
What ungodly being do you think it's a smart thing to put me in charge?
Because you're the ship captain.
No, you're the
What?
captain.
Huh?
He's the pilot.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
You're the
I'll
ship
be
pilot.
okay.
So do you know what's going on? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh God! And he like rubs his temples.
Well, I pay you for this.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
You're
do.
giving my pay to her. Shut. Goddamn. it. Whatever. Follow me. I'm actively trying to not be a drunk right now. You know what? It's my ship now. I'm taking her as my hand, and you can stay here.
No.
All right.
How rude.
All right.
The only
you
person with active weapons.
You kind of direct. I don't have a name for her. Hang on. Random name generator. Random name generator. Let's go with. Because I could give her a Vargar name. You can't pronounce those.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna throw some names at you. Shout when you find a good one that you like. Emma.
Hey.
Chelsea.
Ugh.
Ruby.
No.
Chloe.
No.
Anna.
Biggest.
Olivia.
No.
Amy.
No.
Ellie.
No.
Ollie.
No.
All right. Regenerate. Whoops! I did male instead of female.
It doesn't even sound. It doesn't even sound alien, and she's an alien.
You can't pronounce her actual name.
Okay, what's her actual name? Like, give me the gibberish. Give me the gibberish. Is it just growls?
It's essentially just growls. Like I can like okay. Ooh, that's not a good thing. Vargar naming conventions.
In the cold below.
Here, this is like, let's see, let me see if someone made a list of Vargar names.
Because I was gonna call her Grace.
Okay, you can call it Grace. Grace for
She's gonna be
short.
Grace.
You can call me Grace, Captain Boss Lady. And she does like
All
another
right, Grace.
salute.
All right, Captain Boss Lady is fine.
Whatever you say, Captain Boss Lady. And what should I call him? And she like points to Thad.
Thad.
Alright. Thad. Pleasure to meet you.
Thad
Alright.
has depression. We're working on it.
Oh,
I'm working on it.
I'm sorry, Thad.
If he seems weird, that's why.
Fine.
Alright.
Ooh.
Ooh. Why is that?
Doggy.
Yeah, that's our new ship dog too. That's we're gonna call it Argos.
Alright,
We're sleeping in the hall below.
let's see.
The stars will blow, the winds don't blow.
Alright, both of you give me engineer rolls. You're gonna have a -3 to Thad because you are not a good engineer.
I'm not a good engineer. I've been on a ship my entire life.
You're a pilot, but you're not an engineer.
Fine. That's a 7 with the minus.
Alright.
Oh, that's actually a really good roll then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good. That's good for you. Alright.
All right, engineer.
It takes you the rest of the day, but you managed to get through. You managed to put together the flight controls and
About an 8.
all the general electronics. Thankfully, none of you have made anything wrong, but you hear Grace like kind of call out like Grace has been kind of organizing all the trash that was outside and kind of cleaning it up. And Grace kind of brings you like it looks like a feeding dish.
Oh, cool.
This thing is licked clean, but it does have it does have a name on it. It's the name on the head that's been hand stamped is Kimberly.
Kimberly. Oh, what a terrible name. I hate them even more now. Kimberly!
You see like the wolf like perk up.
Oh, I love you. She goes back on board. Let's get you dinner, Kimberly.
Kimberly kind of yips happily and like allows you to eat. Right, but another day passed. Grace has kind of taken over a room for herself while she's working with you guys.
Sleeping in the cold below.
What? It's a new day? Right, you have... Good news is, you only have about 2 more things left to do. Get the drive systems going, and, get the, engineering stuff. Get the OS system purged.
Mm.
Alright, but, since you're the pilot, I'll let you roll off pilot spacecraft, so just, 2d6 plus 1 for you, Thad. Meanwhile, I'm gonna need an electronics roll from you, Miss P.
Yay! I'm bad at those. Yay! I'm good at those.
All
What'd
right.
you need from Thad?
Pilot spacecraft. It is 2d6 plus 1.
Yeah,
Thing you're
2
good
plus
at.
1. 11 with the +1.
Hell yeah.
Leap
Uh,
below.
Miss P, you managed to get together, like, all the power's working now, as much as it can, anyway, with the amount of, like, duct tape you had to, like, put wires together and stuff. Well, Thad, you get the drive systems working, so you got all the flight controls. Uh, Miss P, you're going through first time setup for, like, a DOS. It
Mm-hmm.
has a very robotic sounding voice. It's like, alright, enter name of captain.
We're gonna edit that later. Fucking.
Alright. Hello, Miss P.
All right, cool.
Would you like to select a voice package now?
Please and thank you.
Alright, just give me something.
Hey Siri, say hi.
Hello. How's that?
There we go.
Con- Congratulations, you have picked the computer from Courage the Cowardly Dog, you Nimrod.
No, not really. No, I wanted that one. I just said which one I wanted.
You
Come
said bring up
on.
Nicole.
Would you like to pick a new one?
Yes.
Alright, which voice would you like to pick?
Oh my god, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
I can't do Morgan Freeman. It's gonna sound a more personable Siri.
But that's what I wanted in the first place.
Welcome to Spaceship 101.
Oh my god.
Alright, Fad, putting together, now that the ship's mostly, put together, you have to do kind of, you don't know how this thing will fly, so you're probably gonna do some training mode sims for a bit before you kind of do a dry run takeoff and, like, then, like, some, just, like, making sure everything's working before you actually fly this thing. It'll probably take you, like, a day to get through all, like the pre-flight checklist and just the flight checklist for this thing.
Can't remember for Thad. I can't wait for Thad to launch off and then have a fucking mental breakdown as he remembers his first hell jump.
Alright. Thad kind of directs you two off the ships while he starts doing, like, all the test runs just in case, like, the ship just jerks for no reason.
Do we just put the testers for the volcano just on on the island, or
Yeah,
no?
you managed to find them. Turns out they didn't take them with you, so you kind of just
All
have
right.
to. There's, like, I don't know, like 6, so you can hand 3 to Grace, 3 to you, and you just kind of place it around, like,
Yeah, that way we're doing this everything.
yeah. But it's a good thing these are kind of like idiot proof.
Oh god.
So, like, you and Grace kind of go around, like, the entire crater. This crater is pretty large, so it does take you most of the day. Meanwhile,
That's
Thad is,
fine.
like, testing out, like, the ship, and you see him, like, kind of hovering around a lake.
I like to imagine at one point we're just looking up and the you just see the his ship flip 180 degrees upside down. You hear like the most muffled scream and then it goes back around.
She's an old beast, Thad, but, you know, you're getting a hang of it. You're getting a hang of it. As, like, you're slowly drifting off to the right. I got it. I got it. I don't got it. I got it. It's very fun to watch in between walking across this crater.
Mhm.
Uh, all right. You set off the charges. You do have minor fun watching things blow up. Uh, but Fad, you set the ship down, back down. You're done with the survey. That's another day finished. Thad, this is what you find out about the ship. It's going to fly. You're not gonna be able to go into jump space because that requires like just more things you don't have on hand. So you're gonna have to go back to the starport in the first town you visited, so they can run through repairs. Then you can get off planet.
Okay.
But
Pretty normal.
yeah, pretty normal. Uh, Now all you really have to do is kind of just wait for the ship's computer to finish running through the survey scans, and you'll be all set to buzz off. Oh, I forgot I had it on dark mode this entire time. There we go. Alright, as you're kind of waiting for the survey data to, like, spit out the results of what you, scanned up, you have the ship back on the ground, and all three of you kind of feel a tremor run through the ship. It's not violent, but it goes on for, like, a surprisingly long amount of time.
It's the volcano, isn't it?
And
Everybody in the ship.
you kind of, like, watch, like, from the lake that you see, like, huge bubbles rise to the surface of the lake for a little bit, but then it kind of stops.
Okay,
Everybody
we
in the
need
ship.
to get off. Do we have the records of the seismic activity that we were recording?
Yes, it spits it out.
Giant red letters, danger.
Uh, from it spits it out, and you kind of like you kind of read through it. It's mostly you see that there are a few variables, but not certain. But it looks like the mountain is becoming active. It would appear that there's like there was some like a lava plug deep in the volcano innards. It's finally been like breached, and it's trying and magma's trying to find a way to the surface.
Okay, awesome, fantastic. Not good for them.
But according to the data, like there'll be an eruption of some kind within a few months.
Okay,
Not
not good.
expected to be very large.
Not expected.
Yes, it's just from like this isn't like a full survey. You're doing
Okay.
like from what the computer model can tell, it's not going to be uh like the computer model is suggesting that there'll be a steady release of pressure, maybe some gas plumes, but it's gonna look alarming, but hopefully it's not gonna like even threaten the nearest town.
All right.
All right.
Off and away we go.
Yep. Uh, all three of you are in the bridge. Uh, Thad, you're ready to start the ship whenever Miss P gives you to say so.
I have crippling depression.
You're
Thad,
also
you have a
holding the
ship.
yokes of the ship.
It's fine.
He dreams
Thad.
of driving the ship into the ground and exploding.
Thad, there are children here.
I'm 18.
There are very, very young adults here.
I'm in the sun, sleeping in the cold below.
And then Hel has a talk with Grace about conversation skills and how being in a little town for a long time doesn't exactly set you up for life outside of the little town. That maybe doing a little bit of research first is the way to go before you make a giant leap like that.
As you're having this conversation, uh, Thad, like, you're hearing this pinging from somewhere in the ship.
Yeah, that's not good.
Uh, it looks like, oh, that's the data processing, suite. That's That's the stuff you just got the volcanics information from. You click and it says, it wants to inform you that, it has revised its prediction.
Imminent eruption?
The computer, displays a funny little, it shows like a three-dimensional model, and you see, like, the lava plume kind of filling the tubes.
All the way
very
up.
quickly.
Oh, it's going to fucking explode.
You see it like the ship kind of process. It's like time until volcano it erupts will be. You see like the little like sandglass the hourglass icon show up. 6 minutes time.
Okay, we need to leave. And can we send a message out to the city immediately? That's what I'm doing.
All right.
Yeah, we're sending it out to the hotel because I imagine it's a pretty small town, saying that the volcano is about to erupt and to evacuate the city as quickly as possible. Farther inland, I'm assuming, is this volcano in the middle?
Here, I can give you the map. Okay, from yeah, Mount Sabari is there. It's like on the edge, so not too dangerous. Unless you're in the town of Barvin, in which case it might be dangerous.
Okay. So, I'm going to immediately send that and tell everyone to get out as quickly and as orderly as possible. They have to have something. Like I am basically demanding evacuation.
All right. You send out a message, and you need to strap yourself down like now.
Yeah.
Thad, you're just like going through your pre-flight checks, and you're bringing the ship up to full power. And suddenly, your piloting program is telling you that there's incoming missiles.
I'm going to have a panic attack.
Chaff.
You press the chaff button. I hate to say it, it turns out they took the chaff with them.
Fucking why? It's not worth anything.
You look at out the window and you realize these aren't missiles. They're just large chunks of rock heading towards you.
Oh.
What?
Well, Marlin Spike maneuver.
I want to leave now, Thad.
All right, you
now.
push the ship into full power and you start lifting off.
Yep, Marlin Spike maneuver. Let's go.
Girl, seat now. Seat belts on. Fasten tightly.
Yes, Miss Boss Lady, and she kind of like straps herself in.
Dog.
Let's go, Marlin Spike maneuver. Let's rock.
The dog barks once.
And then she grabs the dog to hold on to while she's in her seatbelt, because I don't know if we have dog seatbelts.
All of a sudden, your radio is there's like 2 transmissions coming in at once, but you can only tune into like one frequency, A or B.
Which one sounds like the town?
They both sound. You recognize one transmission. It sounds like one transmission is like Minister Green. The other one you can like kind of make out through like without focusing on it. Like you're hearing the name Salbari.
What the fuck is Salbari?
It's that town right north of the mountain.
God, I gotta. So green is the who was green again? I should have written notes. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Minister Green, that's the dude who sent you up there to do the job in the first place.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I need to listen to about Salbari. They're the priority.
Hello. Is this a ship high and dry?
Hi, hello.
I can see the volcano from town. What's happening up there?
I sent a transmission telling you to evacuate immediately. Immediately inland. Now. It is going to explode violently.
All right. Is it
Now.
possible that okay, we're gonna
No.
go.
Speed. Now.
Okay, we're going. We're going.
Is it possible that no?
Now that you've resolved the town of Sabari, you can take Green's
Alright.
transmission now, and you tune into his, and this is Greener. I've heard that there's some reports of smoke and from the mountain and tremors.
Yeah, it's going to explode.
Volcano.
What do you mean it's going to
It's
explode?
like T-minus 5 minutes from now, it is going to blow the fuck up. You
you
are
hear
going to need to prepare for refugees to the surrounding areas.
all right. You hear Greener. Okay, is it possible if you okay, are you up
No.
in the air already?
Huh?
Are you is the ship up in the air? Have you left the volcano crater?
That is Thad's.
Yeah, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we are.
fucking gunning it the moment I can get up in the air.
Listen, we don't have any information on this right now. Can you do a fly around the mountain and just tell us like if there's like any lava flow like towards anything we should be concerned about? Just
Gunning it.
God.
What are we looking at?
all right.
E, new girl. Get to observation stations.
I take the dog.
Tell me what we're looking at.
Okay, so there's a lot of thick haze caused by the smoke and ash coming from the mountain, and like occasionally you hear like the planks of like the odd rock like flinging itself into your ship. And I will say, there's a missile alert for every time one of these hits your ship, and it is very annoying.
Okay. It sounds like it's a pyroclastic explosion, yeah?
Uh, give me a piloting check, Thad. 2d6 plus 1. Just let's see what you get.
Come on. Well, let's go.
12. All right. This is a tough environment, but you're managing to navigate it. Doing a quick circuit. This is what you realize. I can send you a picture of what you see. Go ahead and look in VC.
This is high and dry. We are confirming lava flow.
There's a small amount of lava in the crater itself, but that's not really a
not
significant
good.
hazard. However, there is a major eruption much lower down. You can see like part of the mountainside is collapsed, and there's like just a river of lava pouring out off the southwestern side.
This is high and dry. We have a lapsed pyroclastic flow. It is already on its way down.
There are some small settlements in the path of the lava flow. Just you can see from there. However, you wouldn't say like you can't really judge it from here, but you would say like you don't know if it's going to be in the path of lava, but it seems likely. And you kind of communicate this to Green, Minister Green. Let me sip some water. My sister is asking for the Netflix code. Send it again.
I knew Netflix code thing is bullshit.
I feel like it's about to mount St. Helens.
I mean, a lapsed pyroclastic flow tends to mean it won't, because that means the pressure's
Okay.
released by blowing out the side. It's not good for
Okay.
anybody else. It's still a problem, but it's not going to detonate.
Okay. I don't know a lot about volcanoes. I'm just terrified of them.
I used
Deeply.
to fucking love volcanoes.
I've never been very enthused.
Big
I think they're
fire
pretty from very,
rocks.
very, very far away when they haven't exploded for thousands of years.
Big fire rocks.
I
You
think
kind of
pumice is
communicate
cool.
to Green, but before he can respond, you hear another voice come over the radio. This is Dictator Masterton. I've heard everything. I'm setting up a command outpost at Salbari. Uh, but travelers, I need to do something else for me. We will compensate you duly for everything you do can help in this trying situation.
Roger
Mm.
that. Listening.
All right. Uh, we need to get an estimate of the lava flow rate. We need to know how long we have to get we had to get Barvin out of all the people of Barvin out in harm's way. Does it look like the main road's still open? You can kind of see that while the flow is coming, the main road is open. Like, you don't know
Main
how
road
long
is
it's
still
gonna be
open for
for,
now.
but it's open now.
Main road's still open for now, sir.
All right. Do you still have any more of those survey bombs you have?
Hey,
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 left.
we have a couple remaining. Confirm.
All right. Uh. All right. There's kind of 2 ways. This is running to your head, Thad. You can either land a ship, set those bombs, set those bombs, and I'll get you some more updated data, and you could probably estimate the flow. But that require you to land and set them off.
Oh,
Or you can fly. You can go directly over the flow, and just try to like math out like a rate of advance.
oh, nobody said I was smart. I'm gonna do that.
All right. You bring the ship over to over the flow, and while like you are getting some smoke inside the ship, it's not like uh it's not harmful yet. Although you shouldn't really spend a lot of time over it. Miss P, since you're the one looking at it, give me this is more book smart. Give me like an education roll.
I love that. I'm so smart. I'm incredibly smart. Huh. Okay. I got scared.
Everything explodes.
I thought I read a 2, and I was like,
Uh,
is 9 not enough?
no, I'm just reading through it because I haven't really read through this back half of this book, so I'm very much
Oh.
it's a lot of volcano stuff that I'm trying to like cut down, so it's not really
I want to throw a subatomic charge into the volcano and see what happens.
Please don't.
I
Can't
don't.
stop me. You don't know how this works. I'm a genius. Everything blows up. Seriously?
Okay, from judging just from the rate of advance and the way it's flowing out, just by eyeballing it, Miss P, you can kind of tell like this is going to cause like some trouble. Like at most, maybe the main road would be covered, but they have time to get people out.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that information as quickly as possible.
All right. In which case, if you can find a safe spot to land, can you place down whatever sentries you have left and just take a bit more survey data? It seems like in this case the flow is going to stop before the town, so we should be fine. But that's what the last geologist told us. We'd rather this done properly than not at all.
Alright.
Is there a spot in the volcano that you can land safely without being in the way of the flow or any smoke? Thad, you can kind of land on like maybe like the most northeastern part of the crater and still be a-okay without being near any lava.
Looks like the northeast.
All right. Set her down. We'll start evacuating people anyway. Get that data, and we'll work out a plan of action from there.
Roger that.
All right.
Just because it's slow moving doesn't mean it doesn't move. Did you hear about Greenland recently? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I heard
Or
like something
Iceland?
went off
Yeah,
over
Iceland.
there. You know, volcano ash is very dangerous for planes to fly into.
Fuck yeah. It scours the outside of them.
Yeah, it gunks up the engine something bad too, and it'll be like it's like sanding down your entire plane while flying.
Like you will not have a plane.
Huh? What's happening?
We were talking
We're
about what
talking about
happens when you
volcano
fly
ash in planes.
when you fly a plane through volcano ash.
Oh, really? Is it?
It
Huh.
literally destroys the outside
Yeah,
of the
it's
plane.
like flying through sandpaper.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Like it's like not just through a fucking sand blaster.
Yeah.
Like you will not have a plane. Like it's over. If you fly through it, you're not coming out the other side.
Oh, damn.
All right. Thad, you set the you set the high and dry down, but you still keep the engine running, and you see Miss P and like Grace like run out like with like 2 arms full of bombs, just running out and setting them up around the crater.
I immediately take off. No, I'm kidding.
Imagine.
Hup, 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 hup.
Hup. It just takes you like all in all, this process takes you about 30 minutes, but you set the bombs off, you get the data. You get back in the ship and you let the computer process it, and the computer model updates. There's good news and bad news. Mostly
Cool.
bad news.
Bad news. Bad news first.
Okay, the lava flow rate has dropped because a plug has been built up in the mountain somewhere.
Oh shit.
Now, there's 2 ways this can go. A plug stays,
It will
and
not.
we kick the can down the road for a couple more, like, for however long that plug lasts. Or this volcano becomes a pressure cooker.
Now we get Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
I knew it!
According to the sensors and the computer model, Mount Salbari is under rapidly increasing stress. You have like 10 minutes before this plug is going to fail and a massive eruption will take place.
We are gonna die.
Worse is the computer model projects that a huge cloud of ash and gas will be ejected from the mountain and hurtled across the town.
This is high and dry.
It kind of updates, and you see that the town of Barvin is like directly in that path.
This is high and dry. We are looking at a pressure event, and the town of Barvin is directly in the path.
You hear Master Train just say "fuck" over the radio.
Sending data now.
All right. Thankfully, the submarine, the Ocean's Bounty, is already at port, and it's gonna take aboard anyone. But I don't know if they can take, and the train is there, and people are leaving. Hope the town of Barvin will be evacuated in time. However, there are 2 groups we can't reach in time. There is an agricultural settlement well to the south that's in the path. We can't reach them in time, but you guys can.
Everybody aboard. We need to get to the settlement. Let's move.
Alright, Hel P and Grace both strap back in. That's just one group. However, there is another group there. Unfortunately, we can't do anything to save these people.
Yeah, I'll be goddamned if that's the case.
Who are these people?
They are the parents of one of my staff. They're Varger, and their daughter is my chauffeur. Unfortunately, like I know these people. These are people that they are stubborn, and they will refuse to run.
I understand. We'll still go
Unfortunately,
get
I
them.
have to make the choice as the ruler of this planet.
Okay,
There's
I'm still
11
gonna
people we
try
can
and
save
go
off that
get them.
agricultural settlement. We
Yep.
I can do both.
we saved the 11 at the expense of 2.
I can do both.
We're gonna do the 11 first.
Okay, but I can do both.
We're going to try to do both, but like numbers first. We are literally confronted with the trolley problem right now.
Okay.
I hate this.
As you rev up the ship, you get another transmission with like your radar picks up like there's an object coming in from the north towards the path of the lava and the pyroclastic cloud.
What?
It's your radar indicates that it's a grav car with a sign Walston 1.
Alston 1, this is high and dry. What the fuck are you doing out here?
You hear like this thing is going dangerously fast. Like I'm talking like it's going well over 300 kilometers per hour. That's how fast it's going. Scout ship, this is Walston 1. I can get my mother and fodder. I can get there before you two can. Go get the big group. I can have this handled.
All right.
All right.
Best of luck.
You see like the radio transmission stops and like you see like the thing pick up speed, and you can hear like Masterson kind of sigh. Yep, that's their daughter. I sent her out to pick up some more refugees, but it looks like she's gonna try to attempt some sort of rescue for her parents.
Godspeed, Walston 1.
To be honest, just judging from the data, he kind of sighs and says her chances aren't that good, to be realistic, but
I believe in her.
this is the sort of idiotic, stubborn, half crazy stunt you would expect from. You hear him stop himself or saying, anyway, this solves the issue. You can pick up the.
I could get him. I could get him.
You can pick up the 11.
Even in the cold.
All right.
Pick up the 11.
You pick up. You send a ship flying towards the settlement, and like maybe 2 minutes out, you hear the massive explosion and of the cannon. You see like the huge plume of like toxic ash and rock and debris just kind of encompass Barvin in a blink. But you can still make it. It's just the gas isn't deadly. The lava that's approaching very swiftly is. You can survive a few minutes. You will not survive lava. You land off to like you land at like the little settlement like just outside of Barvin. It does look like a lot of agricultural and like you see a lot of people like there's like panicking, there's like a lot of you see unbelievable like there's some people kind of just standing around. And it looks like these kind of people like it looks like they're leaderless. They don't really know what to do. Meanwhile, like as the ship lands, you can kind of see like you see people like see your ship and start running towards it with their hands waving. This is kind of bad as Thad. You need to land this thing. Give me another piloting check.
10 with the plus.
Alright, you managed to, like, even with all the people kind of crowding around your landing site, you kind of maneuver your ship, like, straight down. And,
He
like,
gasses the retros a bit and tells it to give him a back the fuck off signal.
alright, you see people kind of, like, make a little spot for you, and, and you land, and, like, you see some people kind of, like, they just, like, literally run on. Like, you see some people are just, like, standing around.
Pile in, you fucking psychotics. Let's go. P, keep them in orderly file.
Yay!
All right, P. Give me like a diplomat roll.
Oh my god, I'm so good at that. I wonder why.
You just need these people
Hey.
there's some people like not moving. It's like I'm not going. This is where I live. There's some people who are like
And die.
Then
like-
die, yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like they're not like moving. It's more like they're kind of shell shocked.
Points, then perish. Like,
I wish I was core still, so I could just be like, "No, you come with me now." Picks them up and go.
come with me if you want to live.
Hold on. I gotta get it open. All right. I get so excited whenever any action ends up happening. Holy shit!
Let's go. Like you literally like oh wow you got like a nat 20 equivalent. Like
Yeah.
Miss P, you march out of the ship. You clap your hands together. And you start like organizing the cleanest like evacuation this planet has ever seen. Like you're getting all the people who are standing around to get on. You're yelling at people who like, "This is where I live. I'm not leaving." You tell them to get on the ship, very gently, or in some cases, not at all gently.
Pull out the gun,
Power
get on the
word,
ship.
then die.
Yeah, like you successfully like you soothe the people who are self shocked. It's like this is you'll recover from this. Just get on. We'll get you out safe. We'll worry about what happens after. You get everybody on. Thad, you start lifting off from the settlement. You have 11 people on your ship now.
Get the fuck out.
And what's going on with the other place?
You tune into their frequency, and you hear the same sound. But this time, like there's like a sound of like it's like a roaring sound, as if like something on their side is broken, and you're hearing like the wind like roar by.
Oh.
And you can kind of hear like whatever that Graftar is going through, it is suffering. And you just hear, "Mayday, Mayday, this is Walston 1. The car is damaged, the drives are failing. The windows are cracked and I can't see properly. I think I'm heading for the sea. We're losing speed and altitude and I don't think we're gonna make it.
Oh,
Is there
God.
anyone? Please?"
There is.
Gun it. Let's go.
Alright. You tap your radar and you see like you see a limo like it's heading towards the coast, but it's losing height fast. It's like a minute or two ahead of the pyroclastic cloud, but it is slowing down and it is going to ground itself soon. Like at most, if you get down there, you're gonna have like a minute to get them in and out.
We can try it. We can try it.
Alright, the way you see it, like, you are ahead of the cloud. You will be fine. But if you go for them, you'll definitely be engulfed, and you don't know how your ship will take it.
Fuck.
Cold below. Oh. Piloting check. Everybody strap in.
Alright.
I'm built different. I'm built different. I'm built different.
Alright,
Not all
you
one.
head towards projected crash site. Like, at some point, the limo is dropped off radar, but you can still track it by its little emergency beacon. The sky is black with dust and falling ash, and it takes you a few precious moments to locate the downed limo, and this thing is, like, a terrible state. It looks like when she was gunning it, she wasn't being very careful. But a lot of it's from, like, the roof is dented from, like, falling rocks. And you see, like, someone is, like, firing flares, like, towards...
We go now.
Gunning.
It's more of a scream and get in here. Do we have like an outside beacon, like a projecting voice?
You can flash lights. That's the most you can do.
Yeah, we strobing. We got a
yeah,
strobe.
you're strobing, and as soon as you start strobing, the three Varger, they see the Hydra and they start like stumbling towards it while trying to support each other.
Yeah, okay, we go.
Alright, Miss P, you open the door of the ship and you're pulling.
We need to like floor it.
Yeah.
Like
we are
get them
that
in.
is
pulling
just
people
like a
in.
pull, and like we are leaving as the door is closing,
Yeah,
kind
once
of
the
thing.
door is closing, I am gunning it.
You see, like, you can tell, like, the younger one is chauffeur, and you can see why, like, her face is, like, covered in, like, bloody slashes. It looks like whatever shattered the windshield kind of sent, like, glass shards at her, and her face is, like, kind of covered in small cuts. But you need to go.
Going for full burn.
Alright. Alright. Thad. You're in the zone. You're gripping your controls. Give me a piloting check.
That is an 11.
Alright. Thad, you're entering the zone. You have 1 minute till impact before the pyroclastic cloud hits you. You have no chance to outrun it. The best thing you can do is just take it and pray to high and dry is like whatever appears to this thing will last. You have 3 options.
Listen to the hound roar.
The first one is to climb as high as possible to try to get above the cloud. You'll avoid the worst of the debris, but there's no complete chance to escape being engulfed. Your second option is to run for the sea and try to submerge. The cloud will
The high
hit
and
you.
dry is.
The high and dry will be engulfed before you can enter the water. Though
The high and dry is not waterproof. We're not doing that one.
it's waterproof to a point. It's not a submarine.
What do you mean? It's called the high and dry.
You can go like maybe 5 kilometers under. Water will start leaking in, but it's not gonna. You can still fly it.
You're telling me that the high and dry won't deal well with being low and wet?
Option 3, I pull the Pugachev's Cobra and I get us out of here.
You have a third option. This is your best option, but not by much. You hit the cloud head on. Your aerodynamics will lessen the impact, and at the very least, you'll be able to like you have your strongest axes pointing at the threat. Like
that is the exact sort of batshit crazy move Dad would try to pull. Let's go.
All right, Miss P, you're not in the cockpit, so you don't have any input on this, but you feel the ship like rise up and start shooting towards the cloud. You have like a minute before impact. And you see like all the refugees are kind of like well, I'll let you know, all the bunks and cabin seats are fitted with straps and crash frames. So you have to start getting people strapped in now.
All right, I'm announcing that while also putting anyone like in it. Like we are all getting strapped up. Like I'm trying to announce everyone gets strapped up. I am a flight attendant at this point. I am the last to be seated.
Do I have a captain's like announcement thing?
Yeah, you have a little PA system.
This is the captain speaking.
You're not the captain.
Prep for drop. Whatever, pilot speaking. Prep for drop. It's about to get nasty.
All right. Okay. So, like, you're strapping people as many as you can. You can only get like, you can get 8 people in there. Get me a.
I'm yelling them and strapping them. So I'm also telling people to strap themselves in now.
Okay. Get me a diplomat and a social.
Okay. Both of them.
Yeah.
Or like add social to diplomat. I don't know.
Yeah, you can diplomat, add character modifier, social.
Okay.
That is like pseudo praying while listening to the hell, like while singing the Helldiver anthem.
Holy fucking shit!
All right, you get you strap down like the 3 people that you have, so that's 3 of the seats filled up. You know that is Grace probably in the cockpit? Hang on, I need to look at the floor.
Grace is maybe with me. I don't know.
All right. Let's say Grace is with you and she was helping you with like strapping people in. She gets like another. Okay, so 3. She gets like women and children first. She gets like 2 more strapped in. So Actually, no, 3. I'm doing some math in my head because I'm bad. He straps in, between the two of you, strap in 4 more people. There's like 1 seat left. You have like, you can see like the cloud in the radio. You can strap in like maybe 1 more person.
I'll get 1 more person. Fuck it. Guess I'll die. It's fine.
Are you gonna strap in Grace or another refugee?
Fuck, I need to get Grace in. She's literally 18. She is one of the women and children.
Like you literally grab Grace and you start strapping her in, and she's like protesting the entire time. I can still help. I can
Blah
hold
blah
on to
blah
some.
blah 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 blah.
Impact in 5,
You can keep counting down.
4, 3, 2.
Yeah, she's just gripping onto
Impact.
something and commanding anyone who isn't strapped in yet to grip.
We're going in.
All right.
I hit it with Pugachev's Cobra.
You impact a cloud. So basically, it's a layer. Let's see. Thankfully you're above the layer of superheated steam, so you're not gonna suffer any temperature damage. You are being hit by a shockwave, though.
Yeah, figure.
Let's see. Physical damage to the vessel. Like, in the back, Miss P, this sucks. There are people being thrown around left, right, and center. Let's see.
It's like that one Korean amusement park ride, but worse. You ever seen those videos?
Even in the cold
Fucking
below.
crazy. It's just a wheel, and they're not even strapped in, and they just start shaking the wheel violently. People are literally flying across the wheel.
Alright. Miss P, make me... Do you want to do a strength check or a dex check?
What?
Like, you're taking damage no matter what. But if
Yeah.
you can take a strength check or a dex check to, like, grip onto something.
Oh, let's do dex, because I have
Okay.
+0 in that, and -1 in strength.
We're taking you to the gym.
So I put my hands up, we're playing our songs, the butterflies
I'm afraid to say
fly
that
away.
is not good enough.
That is fine, okay. I'll get
Concussion.
bruised up, that's fine, hey.
Me when I get concussed.
I'm 34 years old. I spent my entire life going in to try and help raise myself and other people up. I will die saving others.
Miss P, the world for you is going in slow motion. Like, you're seeing, like, people crash into things. Like, you see someone, like, flying, like, across someone who didn't grip hard enough, like, fly across, your vision. I should mention, you're also flying.
I know.
And it's not very good for you.
That's fine.
Miss P dies.
That's fine.
Perhaps, except I don't know actually how you, I've neglected to, figure out how you calculate health in this game, so I don't actually know how much health you have.
We
I'm
have
a
infinite
liver.
health.
I'm a liver. I'm a liver. Because God
Great
said
success.
so.
Infinite health.
I am literally scrolling through the rulebook as fast as I can, trying to figure out how the hell health in the system works. Oh, I remember now. It's you take damage to your characteristics.
What?
So when you open up your
Do
character
I get that back?
yeah, you get it back, but it just kind of represents damage.
Okay.
So you see like the red dots like underneath your
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
That's fine.
you're getting thrown around. Thankfully, normally you would take 3d6. You're only taking 2d6 because you're flying straight into the cloud. You're only taking 6 damage. You can assign those to whatever characteristics you want.
Do I need strength, really? No. No, I don't. We're fine.
They'll be sleeping in the low.
All right.
Below.
That's good enough for now. So just assume that's like a -3. Which I would assume
a
just like that just
-2.
means something's broken in your body.
Cause you can do like red and you can type in the little thing and it made it a -2. So
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
I need to reread on this later, but yeah, we'll say that's good for now. So I just assume like your ribs are broken or something. You've crashed into something very unkind.
They're probably cracked.
Yeah. I think having one characteristic at 0 means that you are injured. Having 2 characteristics at 0 means you're close to death. Having 3 at 0 means you're just dead. Or something like that. I'm extrapolating from my half-baked memories. But you are still awake. There's a lot of groaning and pain. And you hear like Grace kind of like you hear Grace trying to fiddle the straps, yelling your name. Boss Lady P, Boss Lady P, hang on,
I'm literally fine. I am literally fine. Just stay there. I hate that the California has to come out. The California has to come out.
Are we past the worst of it?
Thanks to your extra flying, the physical impact from this damage is not massive. However, the high and dry is flung upwards and out. You are away from the volcano and towards the open sea. So I guess you just use your aerodynamics to like kind of shoot yourself out like a.
Yeah, we're still flyable though, right?
The power cuts.
Fuck.
All the interior lights go off. And the emergency lights kick in. And, right now, you do not have power. The power plant and drive system are all overloaded, and they have both cut out. You are now traveling in a ballistic arc without power, and you're tumbling and spinning.
P, reboot.
P wobbles
Thad,
up.
doing some quick calculations in your head. You're about to reach the top of whatever arc you're taking, and you're about to begin falling in like soon.
P, reboot drives now.
She's wobbling over.
New girl, help her.
All right. You have 3 segments to this. You are in the going up segment.
Okay.
You have to reboot the control systems. Get the power plant out of emergency shutdown mode. Then make a piloting check to get the ship back under control.
Okay, moving her, we'll be sleeping in the cold below.
We are going up. Alright, you can reboot the control systems from your panel. Thad.
Mechanic roll on my side or no?
We'll get to you in a sec. We're letting Thad
Okay.
roll first.
What is that pressing? What buttons am I pushing?
You can do electronics to boot it up or a difficult pilot check.
I look at my electronics. We're doing a difficult pilot check.
Alright, you have to get a 10+.
Alright. Is there a reroll thing like there is in Fabula Ultima, or?
Nope. There is a luck system, but that's optional, and I don't have the rulebook for it.
Motherfucker!
Well, would I have to get in electronics?
You would have to get an 8+ in electronics.
So that's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll let you add your endurance to this, because you're throttling the yolk this entire time.
Oh. And
Just
I need
to
a
be
10+?
nice, because normally it'd be like enter education. I'm trying to make like your physical characteristic to work for you.
Well, that saved me. That's a 10 with the +2.
Alright. like you're trying to like reboot it manually. At some point, you just punch your console and your control systems come back. Okay, so you can maneuver now. So that means you can kind of roll. You can stop your roll, which makes it much easier for Miss P to walk around. You don't have any power to like. You don't have any power to fly though. You just have like ailerons. Miss P, you need to run into the power reactor, which is in the back of the ship, and restart it from there.
Oh boy.
Thankfully,
I'm bleeding
yeah,
out.
the ship is not going, is not wildly veering out of control anymore, so you can just run straight to the back.
She does it. She's heaving. You hear it. The death wheezes, but she's going.
You almost slip in a pool of vomit that someone threw up, but like, you keep
Nice.
you keep running. Like
Push to the limit.
you hear like a Miss P, you hear like a Grace shouting, "Boss Lady P, be careful!
No.
Watch out for that luggage!"
What? What?
As you say that,
leaving
like
the body?
you duck at her words, and like just like this glass vase someone brought with them flies over your head.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Pain is weakness leaving the body. You were a
There's
Helldiver.
a lot of people screaming. Yeah, someone didn't hold on. You ran past them. That's a broken leg.
It's fine. I don't care
You
anymore.
throw open doors and you make it to the engineering section.
If you were a Helldiver, you would have done worse than this in training.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
I believe in you. That's my way of saying I believe in you.
You
can
need
do
an
it.
8+.
In what?
In engineer.
Engineer. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. I don't know if I do this, dude.
I should mention you can add your education to it, so just reroll with your education.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for being nice. I like how you're always rooting for us.
I don't
education.
Like to be mean, but if you fail even what might help, then you deserve it.
Okay, yeah, education.
Yeah, add your education to it.
Wow! Yeah.
All right, like you're booting this thing up. All right, Thad, you notice that power's back. Now it's just up to you to fly this to get this thing. You have it under control. You need to get this thing out of here.
All right.
Just give me one more piloting check.
9.
All right. Yeah, I'll say it's no. It's probably difficult for you, isn't it? Considering you're flying through a.
I thought we were out of the.
Yeah.
We're on a
Yeah,
ballistic arc.
let's just say okay. You minimize your roll. You get your arc back in control. And
got it.
Right, you are going. Like you just hear a lot of groaning from the back of from behind your piloting chair.
Quit your whinging.
And you're climbing unsteadily to a safe altitude. But hey,
Thumbs up, we did it.
okay, let me see if there were any fatal casualties real quick. Because there's like, how many people total on your ship? 11 plus 3.
14.
14 refugees. You strapped in a full 8. So there's 6 people on that who are unsecured. Well, I guess 7 because I guess Grace doesn't count. Let me roll how much damage they took real quick.
Oh, we're about to kill half of our people, aren't we?
Roll 2d6. I'll say one old lady has died, but it wasn't due to anything because of the ship. She had a heart attack.
I'm going to start giving her CPR.
You're gonna start giving her CPR?
Somebody should. I'm flying the fucking ship.
Miss P, like, you're the only one who can do anything at this point. Give me a...
Are you fucking kidding me? I have cracked ribs.
Hey, she's having a heart attack.
Okay, fuck me, I guess. Let's go.
Give me, like, a medic check and add, like, your education to it, because you know what to do. Maybe you're not the best at it, so... You'll have a -1 to it, all told.
Turns around, looks at you. Yeah. I'm flying.
What did we expect? What
Uh,
did we expect?
yeah, no, it's... I'm sorry, Miss P. You did your best, but...
Miss P passes out on the floor next to the dead old woman.
The stress and the rigors got to her.
The stress and the rigors got to Miss P.
You hear a call from the radio, Thad. This is Masterson. Did you save him? Did you save the refugees?
Yep. We had a single casualty, but old woman had a heart attack, so
It's
not much we could
regrettable,
do.
but you
Everybody else is mostly intact.
regardless, you brought us warnings and you saved a good almost dozen people. You have saved dozens of lives among this population of 6,000. For that, I thank you. You can go ahead and land at the town of Sabari to drop him off.
Alrighty. On the land.
All right. As you land, you start letting people out, and we can have like a little montage. Like you land, there's cheering as you let people out. There is a small amount of mourning for the old woman, but at the same
You
time,
have
like
to physically pick up Miss P to take
yeah,
her
Miss
out.
P gets some bandages around her ribs
She gets more than that.
and some painkillers.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thad, you're kind of supporting Miss P by the shoulder, and like you're both like there's still like celebration going on behind you, but you're both of you are kind of watching like the ash cloud kind of drift off towards the ocean,
Awesome, fantastic, wonderful.
and it's just you kind of observing it for a quiet moment. And you hear like Grace kind of come up and
My dog.
hey, your dog's fine. You
Okay.
strapped in. Thankfully, the dog didn't take much to strap in. I did forget
Family
about
dog.
her up until now, though, but it's fine. She's alive. She's kind of like laying at both of your feet.
I did not for one moment.
Our family dog is a tough bastard. I'm proud of him.
I forgot
Grace
the
kind of
name of
goes
the
up to
dog.
you. Wow, I imagine this wasn't what you expected to come pick up a ship, huh?
No,
You'll be hearing from my lawyers. No, I'm kidding.
go find your mom.
You have to take me back to Central if I want to do that.
Throw the
She
child
doesn't actually
overboard.
say that. That's just me, how I would react.
Throw the child overboard.
No, she just kind of sighs and just nods.
All right. As you know, like people are loading like baked goods into your ship, like because you had to drop off, or at least see Grace off at Central. Like baked goods are pouring into your ship. Masterson literally comes over to you, gives you both like a firm handshake, and like you know, they don't really have cash, but you have the goodwill of a planet of about 6,000 people.
I thought I was getting paid for this.
You are getting paid. Like you're getting paid
Getting paid in an exposure.
you're getting paid 3K and like the initial like job for surveying. I should remind you, this planet, this winter of volcanic eruption, they don't have any more money to give you at this point.
Motherfucker, dude.
We did the right thing. We saved people's lives.
Yeah.
This is a planet with a population of 5,999 people and limited
True.
resources.
You
Whatever
know
money
what?
they do have that they did not give to you, it's going straight to like,
Rebuilding.
yeah, like you get a lot of baked goods, and now your closet is full of home knitted sweaters.
That's wonderful. I love home knitted sweaters. I don't know what it's made out of. I don't want to know what it's made out of.
Wool from the local Walston, the animal of Walston, which the planet is named after. It's like this big capybara.
Oh, that's very interesting.
You don't want to see the picture. It's very much less interesting.
I do.
You do? I'll show you a picture of it later then. But all things considered, you plop down in Central for just a little bit. Uh Grace kind of like runs off, but like before she fully leaves, it's like, can you guys just stick around for a little bit? And I want to, you know. And she runs back out.
There.
I don't. She's going to try and convince her mother to let her to let her come with us. I know that's what's happening.
You after like maybe 20 minutes of waiting, you see like her and her mother come back out towards the ship.
No. Oh god.
We just wanted to I just want to thank you for saving Grace. I don't know what I would have done without her.
Mhm.
And she kind of pats Grace on the back. She goes up to the two of you, and you see her like kind of take a deep breath. I I think you have a point. I think I have to stay here for at least a few more years. But
Save up money. Do something.
if you have an opening on your ship in, I don't know, 5 years, but,
Yeah. In the meantime, work at like a shipping yard or anything, really. Get some experience.
I'll try my best. Maybe they'll treat me better considering I'm. What? Who am I kidding? Never mind. But I'll do my best.
Hmm.
And you see her kind of start walking off her mom. And that's that. You go back to the starport. Yeah, you wait for as long as it takes her to jump drive to uh get repaired. Miss P, you are now off to painkillers, but you have orders to take it easy for the next couple weeks. Which
Yeah, she's
considering you'll
lying down.
yeah, which considering you'll be in jump for like that long, you'll have time to recover.
Okay.
Uh, right before you lift off, you see like Grace kind of like giving you like one more like bag of like food. It's like, well, you guys really just rocked in and changed my life and are leaving, but it's even with all that, it it was fun, you two.
We'll come back. Probably. At one point.
She kind of smirked. It's like,
Don't
it's
let them
Walston. Why
shitty
would you come back?
do Yeah, do not let your shitty government control your life.
Trust me, I just got an internship to this place, to the starport, but a lot of the older Vargan told me that I won't really expect anything higher, but
Well, you're not supposed to get higher. You're not staying here, are you?
yeah.
You're just
You,
getting
you see her
experience.
kind of smirk, I guess so. See you two later. And she kind of, uh, yeah, does a little curtsy of her kilt and kind of walks back off.
Oh, I love her and her little kilt.
Hey, you might see her again one day.
I believe in her.
Thad, you're kind of you're going to recruit right. Like, you see kind of Miss P kind of slump up to the secondary seat next to, like, at the other console in the bridge.
Back
I-
in the bottle. Do, 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 do.
I hope it backs up all the way and she just lies down. This is the
Yeah.
only time she doesn't mention anything about the alcohol. She examines and then
All right, Thad, you pick up the controls and you start doing a gentle glide. You start picking up speed and you leave the atmosphere. You have like, you're starting up the jump drive, and once you're far away enough from the planet, and Walton is just kind of a big blue and brown dot. Not dot, but like kind of. You're just kind of watching it from the distance as the jump drive is picking it up. Hello, Captain. Would you like to say anything? One dramatic quote before the jump drive is activated?
no, it just cuts to her, but like in the Looney Tunes style, like circle thing, but she's sleeping.
Well, Pilot Thad, it looks like it's up to you. And like the button to hit the jump drive starts glowing.
Yeehaw.
You slam the
Cringy.
button.
Let's go.
Jump imminent, and you hear Hel P. It's like what? Before screaming starts as both of you are
Oh.
flung into subspace.
Good for them. That's the beginning of their adventure. I like those two.
But that was the adventure of High and Dry.
That's
I hope,
forever hers now.
yeah, I hope, yeah,
She
that's-
owns that.
Yeah, I hope you two had fun. That's the only thing that matters in these. Where
Yep.
did my
God.
go? But that is the end of the adventures of Thad and Miss P for now.
For now, I like them. I like their dynamic.
Yeah, you like them and you like Traveler?
Quite entertaining.